All right, guys, thank you for tuning in this week to Insensitive Culture. Before we get started with the episode, I just want to thank you guys for getting to this point. Thank you to our old listeners. Thank you to our new listeners. If you really enjoy our content, make sure that you rate, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, rate and review this podcast because that's going to help us grow. If you watch us on YouTube, hit that like button. Make sure you tell your friends and family so that they can subscribe as well. And if you really, really want to support us, please go to insensitivemerch.com and cop yourself some gear, man. Look fresh, look drippy with some drippy. All right. But without further ado, here we go.
And here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 94 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, Juac?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
On the other end, we have JonniKuest. And together we are
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out, homie. How y'all feeling today, man?
I'm feeling nice.
Feeling nice?
Yeah. It's
Feeling
a
good?
little windy out. A little windy
Yeah.
out, a little chilly, but
Yeah, it's cold as hell
the
over
booze
here.
is nice. Makes
Johnny.
me feel a little warm.
Johnny's
really?
feeling- yeah, it's cold. Well, it's not really
Yeah, I was
freezing.
gonna say,
it's
not
windy.
freezing. It's very windy.
It's
which
just
makes
windy
it,
here.
Makes it colder.
It was raining.
Actually, I just went
a
out
crazy day.
a little while ago. I had to go to the grocery store right before we started recording, and I totally forgot to wear a jacket. But I was like, I'll be in and out. And then I walk out of the store. I'm like, yo, it's kind of balmy out here. It's kind of warm.
It's balmy.
I checked
on the water, bro.
Yeah, you're by
The
the
apple.
water,
I think
too.
it must be what it is. But it's like 57, almost 60 degrees.
Oh, damn.
No, it's warm
At, like,
over here.
5:30.
In comparison to how it's been lately, it's actually pretty warm today.
Yeah.
But it was raining and
Just
all
blah.
kind. Yeah, it's just a weird,
Meh.
weird weather.
It's like icy rain, too, where it was like I could hear it pinging off my window.
Yeah, so
Gross.
it's
Yeah, that's gross.
it's a day where I'm happy that I've been inside all day. Stepped out just a couple times, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's not too
Well,
bad.
it was
Johnny,
definitely a nice day over here.
Johnny, I know you're feeling good. Your team, I see you repping them hard today.
Repping hard.
Repping
Got my
hard.
drinking cup and everything. NYCFC, New York City Football Club.
Is that really the name? Just New York City Football Club? They don't have like the Flash or the. They don't have any kind of cool name. Just New York City Football. I kind of like that though. It's simple. It's just like New York City Football Club.
Yeah.
But isn't that
We're here to play
very?
football. It's very
Isn't
like
that very
pretty common.
soccer?
European
Yeah,
style,
it's
right?
pretty common in soccer world, yeah. And they're not the only MLS team that uses that. Actually, Rochester Rhinos just renamed themselves. I don't know. You
Rochester
probably
Football
wouldn't
Club?
know this because it's a tiny football club. It went defunct like 3 years ago. But they just renamed themselves to the Rochester New York Football Club.
Rochester New York Football Club.
Oh,
And they
very
actually just
original.
became today the first club to join MLS Next Pro, which is like the new
AAA?
minor league that the MLS is starting. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Oh.
they
I
might get
never
a cool
went to
affiliation.
Rhinos.
We'll see.
I went to the.
I don't think I
lacrosse
ever
games.
did too.
What were the
I
lacrosse,
probably went to one back when they were like at Frontier Field,
Yeah.
but not one after they built that new stadium. They
Yeah,
had
that
kinda
stadium's in the
died
out.
out.
Hood, bro. That's nobody
Yeah,
wants to
that's-
go to that
No.
stadium.
my ex, her parents lived literally like across the street from that place. Yeah, never want to move. They never
Yep.
wanted to move from that place.
Tripping.
Like, yo, you ever planning on buying it? Nope.
Nope.
We own this place.
This is us.
This is us.
All right.
Our entire lives.
Enjoy.
Oh shit. All right.
Okay.
Ain't no
You know
moving
you can
on up.
own something else too,
Right.
right? It's
Yeah.
not like
It's
you're
like-
not committed to it.
Monopoly, bitch. You can own mad properties.
Word.
Oh man. Yeah, but you know, try to
Yeah,
squeeze water out of a stone is
Yeah, true.
that's how that works. All right. So if you want to get into some questions, actually let's start it off because 'tis the season, right? We just got into the month of December, and I came across a question that that I definitely wanted to know what your list was. But what are your top 5 Christmas movies?
Oh.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, let me bring that up. I'll go first to allow you guys to bring it up. All right, so mine was a twofer for the first one. It's a twofer.
Is that fair?
Because
So you have 6 Christmas movies on your list? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I guess it's only a twofer because it's
off.
Well, no, because it's for me it's Home Alone 1 and 2, man. Those are my favorite.
Pick one, bruh. Pick one.
Yeah,
it's a top 5.
You're going Home Alone franchise as the first one.
No, I'm not saying franchise.
You got to put 3 in there too. You got to put 3 in there.
The franchise for me is part 1 and 2, and that's it. That's done. But
it's
okay,
not like the Kill Bills. You got
all right, cool. All right, so that's fine. So 1 and 2 is Home Alone 1 and 2, and you know what? I may even put 2 ahead of 1.
Trash opinion.
I'm sure. I love it though. I loved part 2. I loved part 2.
You might be tripping.
I might be.
Wow.
It's also an unpopular
right now.
opinion. It's also an unpopular opinion. But I like them both.
Unpopular opinions.
Big facts. So then I guess that would make 3 National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
That's solid.
That is.
4 would be Jingle All the Way.
Sure.
I loved that one.
100%.
With Arnold. Quote it all the time with Danny.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. Who told you you can eat my cookies?
That was in. Oh, that was the Solar Opposites Christmas special.
Oh, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that. I gotta watch that still.
Oh, you gotta see it. Yeah.
Oh, I love Jingle All the Way. It's on my list.
And I guess number 5 for me is Elf.
Yeah.
That's solid. So because I grouped 1 and 2 into that first one, the honorable mention would be Polar Express.
Oh, and he gets an honorable mention, bro.
It's on that list. It's on the list.
Top 10 Christmas list.
I had to at least say it.
Top 15 Christmas list. Just go.
Yeah, we're extending it. Okay, number 7 is I'm just kidding.
And the second honorable mention.
Second honorable.
This is wild, bro.
No. That's it. Polar Express I had to mention because I watched that shit every year. That was it.
Go ahead,
say
say another one. Just say another one.
That was the one that I said that was my 5.
And then Frosty the Snowman.
And Frosty the Snowman. Oh yeah, Rudolph. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Go ahead. Who's going next?
All right. I got Jingle All the Way too. Because that's that was always the movie I watch when I wrap my presents. Like I love every year. 100% gonna watch it. Elf was another one, just because Will Ferrell. I chose the first Home Alone.
Because it's first Home Alone is a shit.
OG.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like the second one, but it's not in my top 5 for sure. And then just like a newer one that I feel like is now in my holiday rotation is Office Christmas Party.
Really?
With like Jason Bateman and
that was good. That was good.
That was a good one.
It was really fun, just wacky and zany and like Chris. It's not overly like in your face like cheery Christmas. Like it's still like raunchy and fucked up, but still it's the holiday backdrop, which is nice. So that was that's my nothing crazy. And actually, what was it? I left one off. That was A Christmas Story.
Christmas Story.
Because Christmas Story, I only watch on Christmas Eve. They do that 24-hour run.
Oh, yeah.
So I watch it on Christmas Eve, so it always reminds me of Christmas Eve. And honestly, I think I love Christmas Eve more than Christmas.
Yeah.
Like the anticipation of Christmas. And I still get a few presents, and there's always food and parties and shit. And then knowing that you have, Santa was about to come the next morning after you're having this fly-ass night, dude, like, that was always super dope to me.
Yeah.
So that's my solid.
I'm surprised that over that Office Party one, you put that over Bad Santa. Bad Santa was.
I like
the
Bad
legit
Santa.
That was like the one of the first like raunchy.
Yeah. I'm not a huge
Wild
Billy
Christmas.
Bob Thornton fan.
Yeah,
honestly.
I can get that.
I like that movie. It's funny.
Whoa.
And like the sandwiches kid, he's a really funny kid. Whoever that dude is, like I always enjoyed that movie. But That stuff. It's not maybe top 10.
Apparently, just side tangent here. I read recently that was supposed to be Jack Nicholson, but he turned it down. He had to turn it down because he already agreed to be in a different movie.
Oh, that would have been cool.
That would have been dope.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson as a drunken bad Santa. I could see that. For sure.
Yeah, I could see that. That would have probably
That could be pretty funny.
That would have been good.
I still hope it's not off the table, dude. Like, I would.
He can still be a
Bad Santa
pretty good
3.
bad Santa.
Did he retire? Like, is he still even acting, Jack Nicholson?
I haven't seen him in.
I don't know.
I mean,
That's a
he
good
hasn't
question.
really done a whole lot.
Let me see. I haven't seen him. The last time we were talking about Jonah Hill being like, he hasn't been in anything, and he's coming out in that new movie with
The Jerry Garcia biopic?
No. He's
I
coming
never
out
thought about
in the new movie that's coming out soon with Leo.
Oh, the was that the
Something
streaming
Up.
one
Yeah, Something Up.
where he's like an analyst or something? I don't remember. I
Exactly.
remember seeing the trailer for it. I don't remember what it was.
My whole
about.
shit is locked up. I can't even. I can't see what the last
Jack-
thing.
I honestly
here we
like.
go.
I haven't heard anything good.
Look at that. Everything locked up. Let's see. All right. Last thing that I saw, How Do You Know, was 2010.
What?
The last
for
time
Jack
he was.
Nicholson,
Yeah,
bro?
for Jack Nicholson.
I don't like that. Is everything okay? Like he just goes to Lakers games and
Pretty much.
just gets like just being rich old man. Like yeah.
2010. Yeah. One of the last
Banging
movies that he
20-year-old
did was
chick
The
still.
Departed.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was 2006. The Bucket List was 2007, and I don't even know what How Do You Know is. Oh, Reese Witherspoon, Owen Wilson, Paul Rudd.
Oh,
Don't
that-
Look Up.
Don't Look Up is
That's what you're
that's
talking about.
that's the new one. I saw the trailer for that one. That one actually looks really funny.
He's in that?
Yeah, he's in that with Leo.
Why isn't it? Is he playing himself? Why isn't he at his IMDb?
Who? No, I'm talking about
Oh, Jonah
talking
Hill.
about Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah. Johnny, what's your list?
Gotta be
No
small
particular
for that.
order here. Wait a minute. Do I have actual 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you could take one of mine if you
one
need
of
to fill it
Juac's.
in.
No. I got many here. I just for some reason my list started with 2 instead of 1. I'm gonna start off
Same.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah,
That's
such a
definitely
classic.
one that it's probably the first Christmas movie we watch, like right after Thanksgiving, sometimes even the day before Thanksgiving. That kind of kicks it off for the Malave family.
Nice.
It's
Surprised
got one of
not
my
too much.
favorite lines in there. I think I even have like an ugly Christmas sweater that's like, I don't know, Margot. It's one of my favorite lines. After Christmas
Hallelujah.
Vacation,
Holy shit!
I have to say Home Alone. I mean, Home Alone is a staple for sure. So
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
definitely Home Alone. Number 1.
of course.
Just
yeah.
number
No,
one.
I was tripping. Don't mind
Yeah.
me.
I've seen number 2 recently, and it's just like
it was on
it-
before I
it's
came
just
here.
a-
Actually, that's
it was
funny.
just a repeat of the same movie.
They were trying to
except in
rehash
different
that
countries.
magic, and it was like,
Yeah,
nah.
it was-
But even
no good.
with that, it wasn't. It was it definitely was like same type of stuff because you can only do that so many times. But it doesn't give me that same feeling of what they're doing now, where they're literally like mimicking every fucking joke from the first one, and that's what a lot of sequels
I didn't
like
watch
those.
that new yet.
No, I refuse.
Oh,
I'm not
I
watching
thought
it.
you- I
saw it.
know.
Oh,
my,
did you?
My kids
Yeah.
said, "Let's
That's
watch
the
Home
movie that
Alone."
I-
I said no.
That's the movie I said offended me because they kept on like
Yeah, that's true.
zooming
That's
in
true.
on parts to try
Oh, that was
make
the
sure
one.
I was aware of
That
what
was
was
the one.
going on.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what movie that
It
was.
insulted your intelligence.
It's very.
movie
It was
watcher.
definitely a low bar there. Although there was one funny scene in there that kind of caught me by surprise, and I was like, "Oh, that's actually kind of funny."
Nice.
But outside of that, no, like. And the other thing that was weird about that, not to go on a tangent, but the other thing that was weird about that movie is, like, you kind of felt bad for like, it wasn't robbers, like the thieves that were trying to break in, like they were trying to do something because they were trying to get something back that they thought the kids stole, so they were trying to steal it back. And and they were like a down on your luck family type shit. So it was like you felt bad for them. The dad lost his job. So this is no way the same as the Wet Bandits, where they're like they're the bad guys.
Yeah, clearly.
So that was just kind of weird, and tons of like, obviously, super PC stuff. They're always got to include one of every group to make everyone feel a part and all that shit. So, anyways, not a great flick. What was really funny though was that like about 40 minutes into the movie, Joyce was like, "Wait a minute, they stole that from Home Alone." And I was like, "Babe, do you not know what the name of the movie is that we're watching? This is literally like Home Alone 4 or 5 or something."
Yeah.
Anyways, so
I
Home
hate that
Alone.
people
That's
group
my.
in. I hate that people group in part 3. They try to say it's the Home Alone trilogy.
Oh no, hell no, no! But that was a direct to video, wasn't it?
It was direct and
Part
it was
3?
completely trash. It
Yeah.
was so horrible.
I
With
don't
that
really-
dude from,
I don't remember a whole lot.
I remember that dude from Third Rock from the Sun was one of the weird dude. It's been
French
so long.
Stewart.
Yes,
French
he
Stewart.
was. Yeah, he was one of the bad guys.
I just think of Jimmy Fallon being French Stewart on Saturday Night Live. Or like on Jeopardy, it'd be French Stewart and someone else, bro. I know.
Anyway,
a
all
picture
right.
of
What's the rest
Both
of your list,
squinting
Johnny?
at the screen.
Yeah.
After Home Alone, I will choose classic. I'm also gonna go with the Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Shoot your eye out, kid. It's a classic. It's funny.
Yeah,
too.
that's a classic. Can't even that 8-bit Christmas tried to kind of replicate
that.
a lot of their feel. It wasn't that great though. I didn't enjoy it. I mean, it was kind of funny, but at the end of it, I was like, I don't think I'll ever watch this again.
The only reason why Christmas Story isn't on, because it's the same thing. Like it shows up on TV and it's that movie that is always there 24 hours, whatever. But in all honesty, I haven't had cable, so I know that I will see it there, and I am not picking A Christmas Story to watch. Even though I've seen it 1,000 times, you know what I mean? Like that's why I didn't make my list.
It's okay.
No, yeah. I mean, it made my list because I do choose it.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I understand.
I
watch
haven't
it
had cable
multiple
since.
times.
You watch it all the time.
Like, yeah, just like on Christmas Eve because it's played so long. I
right.
definitely
You
watch
just
it
leave it
more
there?
than honestly. I will. Like if we're opening presents and shit,
mean,
like
if I'm at
it'll
somebody
loop
else's
in the
house, yeah.
background. Yeah, it'll always be on. So I'll see.
I haven't had
classic
cable
for sure.
since like 2009, so I also would not have that shit running in the background because I don't know even. I think that's like TBS or something that does it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but I haven't seen TBS in years. But I would definitely choose it to make sure I watch it at least once throughout the Christmas season. Following that, Elf, because it should be number one. I mean, Elf is, in my opinion, the best Christmas movie of all time.
People will fight you over that.
I mean, it's got everything.
I love it. No,
Come
I love
with
it
it.
too. It's up
Come
there
with
too.
it.
It's up there.
Come
too.
with it. You got a problem with Elf is the best Christmas movie of all time?
Fucking
Come
with it.
at me.
Yeah, it's up there for me
Tag
too.
me, do
though.
it all.
It should be number one. I make sure to watch that every year.
Hope you find your
Shit, that
dad.
shit is a sacred movie in this household. We have yet to watch it because it's too early in the Christmas
Yeah,
season,
it's
but
too
we
early.
shall.
Yeah.
And when that goes on, that's pretty much a 24-hour rotation. That just, yeah. Anyways,
We've already seen it. in
and
my house.
I haven't watched
lastly, I'm going to go with another semi-unpopular opinion, but I also every year must watch Die Hard as a Christmas movie.
I knew it was going to come up.
It's gonna come up at least
and
once.
I consider it a Christmas movie. Also, it just wasn't in my top 5.
I haven't.
I mean,
seen
it's definitely
Die
a movie
Hard.
that happened at Christmas.
Right. The
Yeah.
Christmas backdrop. I mean, if a movie has a Christmas backdrop, I think by default it's sort of a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had this argument last week with Hawkeye, right? Like, is it a
Yeah.
Christmas show just because it takes place during Christmas?
Right. Is it anti-Semitic just because it's Christmas?
Just because they mention Christmas and no other
Right.
holidays.
They must hate Jews
Right.
because they're celebrating Christmas. I know that's what we do in my house.
I do have honorable mention.
Oh,
I'll throw in an honorable mention. Santa
Okay.
Claus is,
the
is
Santa
something
Claus.
that typically gets played.
I like that.
The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
That's just outside my
usually-
top 5. I think that's number 6 for me. That's right
Yeah.
there on the cusp.
That's my honorable mention. And
No,
Joyce
that's good.
also
That's
wanted
good.
to make sure that I say, for some reason, she thinks this movie is great. Christmas with the Cranks.
Christmas,
Oh,
Chris,
yeah,
no,
that was good. That was good.
that's a good. That's
She
in my
thinks
top
it's
10
hilarious.
for sure. Ashley, that's in Ash's top 5.
Christmas with the
100%.
Cranks was
She makes
actually
me
pretty
watch
good, yeah.
that. I think that's maybe number 7 for me. That's just outside
All right.
the Santa Claus in my top 5. So yeah, no,
All
that's
right.
that's a good one. That's
Yeah,
really
that was a
that's
good
a funny movie.
No doubt.
Johnny said that like he hasn't seen that.
No, I've seen it multiple times
I
over
know,
the
I
years.
know,
I
I
just
know.
don't find it as funny as she does. I was like,
Ash,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
it must
toss
be
that one up.
a thing with women. They really love Christmas with the
She
Cranks.
said that she bust out laughing like that's a out loud outburst laughing movie for her.
It has
Which
its
I'm like,
moments.
whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Mostly Jamie Curtis
Let's hold
rocking
that
that
down.
bikini still. That always gets me.
There you go. Oh yeah, and she's in the tanning booth.
Oh yeah. But at the same time, I
Word.
kind of love it too. Like it's still.
Oh,
it's
if we're
floating around up here.
talking about top Jamie Lee Curtis
we're not
movies,
We're not talking about top Jamie Lee Curtis.
if we're talking about that, I would have
not
to
what
put
we're
up
talking
Trading Places.
Yes,
that would be.
Sure.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
she went bare breast on that one.
She did.
She sure did.
Watch that with your family this holiday, folks.
That is also a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
They do.
That's why I
actually,
brought it
yeah,
up.
That's fair.
All right. So as per usual, we're gonna get into the questions. Well, that was technically one of them, but
Yeah.
we have some other questions to choose from. All right. So let's see which one is the best one right now. All right. So break it up a little bit. So would you rather date a girl who laughs at everything or laughs at nothing? Let me try to answer that one. I would. They're both so fucking annoying for two different reasons, and this is anyone. It doesn't necessarily like a girl. If you're chilling with your boy or some shit,
Right.
and they laugh at anything or laugh at nothing,
You
this
don't
shit
know
is
what's funny.
fucking
You don't know-
annoying.
You don't know
Like,
what's funny if they.
You know-
laugh
you
at
know how you
everything
say
or
a-
nothing.
I would have to say, even though it's more annoying, I'd rather have the person that laughs at everything than the person that laughs at nothing. You know, when you're watching a movie like a comedy, or you say something and you look at them for that reaction,
You want that reaction.
you want that reaction and nothing. Like,
Yeah.
word, bro. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I just don't want to be around you. You're miserable.
Right. Like if I never reacted to anything you guys said, like there was no laughing, I just sat here, just like dead serious. The whole time. Like just I think laugh thinking about it because there's no way I could fucking do that. But like, yeah, that would suck. Like I would definitely want the laughing.
Some sort of reaction. It would get
Something,
annoying when you don't want that reaction. But
as long as it's not an annoying laugh, like the chick from Friends, like Janice from Friends, like as long as it's not like Fran Drescher, like as long as it's not anything crazy annoying, like I would much rather have the laugh. But if it was
Yeah.
like a brutal laugh like that, I'd just be like, just don't laugh. It's fine.
you said like
Just-
Fran Drescher
yeah,
too.
yeah, like
Yeah,
the
I get
nanny,
that.
bro. Like the
Yeah,
nanny.
yeah.
That's-
Nanny was hot though.
Nanny. Fran Drescher's probably still hot. I don't
She
know what
is,
she
I
looks
think.
like, but
She
I believe
is.
she
I
is.
bet she could still
It's the
get
same.
the opposite of Yolanda Vega. I know we went there before. And she was. I do retract that. I know that's a deep callback to like 20 episodes ago, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I feel
Sorry
you.
about that, guys.
No, yeah.
I fucked up.
I remember though. I to your defense, I remember being young and thinking Yolanda Vega was pretty
I was
hot.
a young kid. She was probably wearing like a pencil
Johnny was
skirt.
the one that was like, no.
He was old enough to know better. He's like, no, dude,
Yeah.
Yolanda Vega. I watched.
I remember
MTV
being
Spring Break.
intrigued by the name, and then when I saw her, I was like,
No.
Yeah.
you just
No.
look like a mom.
Right, like she wears pantyhose. It's gross.
Oh, that's horrible.
Pantyhose?
And nothing wrong with moms, but like an 80s mom, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel you. I
Lots
feel you.
of
High waist pants.
Aquanet. Aquanet.
Yep. Long ass.
Oh, very long. Very, yes.
Long
Yeah. They had portrait mode asses. Now it's more landscape these
Yeah,
days.
yeah,
The
yeah.
landscape booties are where it's at, yeah.
Now it's like now it's like that cinematic panorama view.
That IMAX shit where it's just surrounding you, your whole shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down
Made
with
in
that.
Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
So what are you saying here, Johnny? What would you say to that?
Probably the same as y'all. I'd rather someone, again, I like Dave's stipulation, not that stipulations count for anything here. but,
Right.
I mean, I think that's, to be frank, that's one of the dope things about Joyce is that she laughs at all my jokes, like most of them at least. So, and most of the things that I find funny, she also does. So yeah, it's much
dope.
better situation than to have someone that doesn't laugh ever. Like
Right.
that would be a problem.
Yeah, that's just like I said.
It's like having sex with
stupid.
somebody that's just crazy loud and just like obnoxiously wild, or just dead silent. Like
Yeah,
which
just dead
would
silent.
you pick? Like that's a tough one because like
Yeah,
just
they
like
both suck.
excessive noise. Like I understand it's not that crazy. You don't have to be that loud. I know what we're doing here. Like I get it.
Oh man.
But shit, I'll take that.
Right, over
Over a
just
fucking
laying
dead
there and like
fish.
a dead face, just like looking at you, just like
Yeah.
nope.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that's the worst.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's the fucking
horrible, horrible. Or even like you look at her, and then, like just kind of tries to lock eyes with you.
She looks away. She doesn't want to look at you.
No. You look at her and she's just looking. She's looking elsewhere. You look at her and then she tries
Oh
to
my
lock eyes
God.
with no sound.
She might as well pull out the fucking iPhone and
yeah,
be on
exactly.
fucking Snapchat
Exactly.
with somebody else.
She's thinking
Fuck
about
outta
what's,
here.
what's for
Just
dinner.
like, yeah, exactly. Just
What
looks
are-
at.
Word.
Just like,
She's
what do I
on
have to
Seamless
do
and
after
shit,
that?
ordering some shit. She's on
if you
Amazon
could,
looking through her wish
Etsy.
list.
She's on Etsy or like pinning stuff on Pinterest.
hey, if you
You're
could,
just trying to
if you
smack.
could finish this in 5 minutes, I got something to do downstairs.
Hold up. I got you. No worries. Just stay right there.
Horrible. Horrible. All right. So here's another question. If you could be part of a crew of any TV show or movie, what crew would it be?
Oh, TV show or movie?
TV show or
TV
movie?
show, movie. Damn, movie thing throws
There's
that
a
in.
lot. There's a
Yeah,
there's a lot.
of options there.
I'm gonna throw in my obvious choice. 'Cause
Oh, let's hear.
for me, it's my obvious choice. I would love to be a crew member on The Dark Knight.
Ooh. Like,
To-
are we talking like
Wait a minute. What
film,
is a crew
like,
member?
Like film crew?
Just like film crew.
I thought it was
Oh.
like mob crew,
Oh.
like gang crew.
I
like,
thought you were talking about
like
like,
Always
are
Sunny
you a
in
member of the A
Philadelphia.
team?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I
It
wanna
could be.
hang
It
with
could be.
the-
Okay. I thought
you
I
took
took
that
it as
very literally, dog. Like the film crew. Like,
yeah.
I want to be the janitor. I want to be the craft services guy for
Yeah.
for
I did.
Inception.
I
Craft
did. I took that.
services Inception. That's
No,
where
no.
would
I like
to-
I like yours more, so I have to think about this one.
I would give it a little more
I just
thought,
read,
baby.
yeah,
just a
yeah.
little. just-
I thought I read that differently.
When I read the question, I thought of The Sopranos. I
Okay.
thought I would love to be like a member of the. I mean, it didn't end great for the members of the Sopranos family, but
Most of them.
they had a nice run, and like that was a nice little like a crew. Like I thought of a crew like that Sopranos Jersey mob crew. Like they did whatever the fuck they wanted. They had good times, and of course bad, but I mean that comes with the mafia
comes with
life.
territory.
So I'll be in the Sopranos. That'd be dope.
that would be dope.
Dangerous, but dope. I'd get killed for
a whole
sure.
good 10 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd make it like 4 seasons probably. Like,
Right.
yeah, wouldn't even be good.
I'm gonna go Scooby Doo.
Oh, okay, yeah. A
He's
little bit
trying
of
to-
that Velma
He's trying to
action.
I'll
clap
be
those
Shaggy.
Velma cheeks. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's
We
trying.
know where
He's trying to
going
clap
with
some
that.
cheeks.
Going after the Velma cheeks, eating the
All
Scooby
those-
snacks,
Daphne
smoking
too.
the ganja
Well,
in the
Daphne.
bus.
Daphne had to be. Oh no, well, no. I think he wasn't smashing anyone. What's his name? Who's the
he
quote
was,
unquote cool guy?
What the fuck was his name?
Fred.
Fred.
Fred, there you go.
Fred wasn't.
Yeah.
Fred wasn't clapping any of the crew's
Fred
cheeks.
was, unless he was going after Shaggy,
Those were
And
the
pretty
cheeks.
much, yeah.
or he might be going after Scooby. You never know.
You never know. You
Scooby.
never know. Uh-oh.
Ruby Roo.
He's like, you're human sized.
I keep thinking of Freddie Prinze Jr. as we're saying. That's
Oh man.
that's so fucked.
I think the crew I would really love to be a part of because I watched them for however many
The Black
seasons.
Ink crew.
Was
Entourage.
Entourage.
No,
yes.
come on.
Entourage, man.
I mean, I
That
guess.
was dope. That was dope. I love that show.
Yeah, that was the crew,
I
man.
wouldn't want to be the hanger on. I wouldn't want to be clinging to fucking what's his face, Vinny Chase's career.
by the
like
end
those
of it,
dudes
though-
didn't really. I mean, they sort of gave them their
mean-
own shit to do, but at the same time, like they leached off that poor guy.
I
For
mean, I
all
did
those
not-
seasons,
I
bro.
mean,
That's
I wouldn't
not
want
what
to be
I would
drama.
That happens to everyone though. It's
Yeah,
like
no, I
that's
get it.
legit.
I get it, and that's probably what happened to Mark. That was like Mark Wahlberg's story, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Entourage.
yeah.
Like he was
Similar.
Like,
It was
I get it. I just I don't know.
fantastical version.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be Johnny Drama, but
No, fuck him.
you're right.
I'd have been Turtle though.
I'd be E.
Yeah,
I'd rather
I'd
be.
have fucked. Yeah,
I'd be E.
I would have been fucking with Turtle. Like Turtle's my guy, yo. I would have been him.
Whoever smashes Sloan, that's who I want to be.
Yeah, you would have been E.
Eddie E.
you had
right?
you had the most responsibility out of all of them.
That would have been
Right.
okay.
Yeah,
That
that'd be
definitely
fine.
would have been me though.
Or Ari.
Right.
Ari. I would have been. I
Ari,
would have been
yeah.
Ari. Bro.
Nah.
Ari,
I always
Yeah.
love
Nah,
Ari.
that's
Ari
Dave.
was such a dick. Yo,
Tug it out,
Ari was
bitch.
such a dick, yo.
Yeah,
but
Ari
he
was a
was
dick.
one of my favorites, man.
Ari was great.
Yeah,
He was a scene stealer. A scene stealer.
Scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every
Jeremy
time
Piven.
he came in, I got excited for what was about to happen in the rest of that scene. 'Cause
Lloyd
I
was about to
Ari's
catch
about to
some
say
shit.
some wild shit.
Yep.
yeah. Lloyd, I forgot about Lloyd.
Yo, he
Lloyd
was
is-
so
yeah.
mean to Lloyd, dude.
Such a
Lloyd.
good show, man. Such a good show.
Yeah, that was a good
It's
one.
been a while.
Let's see.
I
you
didn't
guys
want to
wanna
steal
do-
that one from you, Walk.
No, I would have came up with something else. You should have said it.
You
should
gotta
have said
stick
it.
with Scooby Doo. You're stuck with fucking.
Nah, I fuck with
honestly-
Scooby.
I honestly waited for you to say because if you would have said it, I would have came up with something real quick. But
Nah, I fuck with Scooby,
gave you-
man. We solving mysteries and shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
We
true. No
outside.
real danger. Like you're not in any. Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
get killed
you know,
in
I'm
my
just-
crew. Like I'm dead for sure. But
Yeah,
Johnny's
you're
like
not
going to
making it.
abandoned amusement parks and unmasking old guys and shit. So yeah,
no one ever
he's having a
died.
good time.
No one ever died.
Right. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. He's good. He's good.
I'm good.
Do you think we have time for one more question, or should we just jump into the news?
Nah, do it. What do you got?
One more question.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what is a little thing someone can do that automatically makes them a crazy person?
Yo, I will say right off the bat, talking to yourself, and not just like all right, Dave. When you get home, you got to start the oven at 400 because you're gonna make this for dinner. But like, crazy people by themselves when they're like muttering and like moving and shit, and like they're yelling, they're getting angry, bro. Like that shit makes me uneasy, bro. It's like when I see someone like literally like talking to themselves, yelling at themselves, having a conversation with themselves that looks like semi-heated, like that's a red flag to me. Like, yo, this person is not well. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing. Like, yeah, I'm not fucking with any of that. So that's an instant crazy person. to me.
There's a lady in my apartment complex.
Oof.
She walks her dog all day, like constantly. I always catch her. She's walking her dog, and she's always talking. Not on the phone.
I talk to my dog
So
when
she's
I walk in.
no.
sometime. Like, all right, you're a good
you
boy.
have
You're a
full
good
on.
boy.
Yeah, you're a good boy. Like very natural things you say to your dog.
Right.
Not like full on. Like you think she's talking to someone. You
Like she's
look
got
back and it's
AirPods
her
in or
walking.
something.
She has no headphones
AirPods,
on. Nothing.
No nothing. Yeah.
No, she's just talking as she walks
psycho.
her dog.
That is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's not.
Makes him look crazy.
That 100% makes you
Yeah,
look
that's
crazy.
weird.
But like we all talk to ourselves. I don't want to make it seem like because I talk to myself all the time. Like,
Yeah.
But just like it's usually like internal diet, like
Of
monologue
course.
in my head. It's not.
Yeah,
me
you don't-
saying
you don't
weird
know.
shit out loud.
I'm
bro,
sure
like,
everybody that is just
yelling
sitting
and-
there quietly is talking to themselves
I mean, you have
internally.
to be right. Like there's no. You don't just shut
Sure.
that shit off, right? Like you're always saying something in your head, right? Like don't even think about that because it'll fuck you up a little bit. But anyway, what else? What else you got?
Johnny, you have something?
I wanted to say something kind of similar to that. I was originally, I think I was going to say something along those lines. Like just, when people like are OCD and they do the same thing over and over before they can kind of continue on. That's kind of a red flag. But now what I'm going to go with is the person that drives below the speed limit on the left hand fucking lane. You obviously must be crazy if you are driving below the speed limit and every motherfucker is coming up on your ass.
Just riding it.
And then goes around you on the right-hand side. If you are getting passed on the right-hand side, you do not belong in the lane that you are currently occupying.
Especially
Get the
where
fuck
you
out.
are. Especially in your area where people just get wild with the driving.
Word.
Yeah.
I would not fuck around like that.
At least with that though, I could get into the mindset as to why they do that. They're just like, well,
Because they
all they're
high
thinking-
or they
if you want to
crazy.
speed, you go around me.
No, I think really it's just like my exit. Like I have to jump on, and it's all the way to the left, and it's all the way the
but
fuck up there.
you're talking about like random things that could possibly be. That's not what's happening. There's no
I get
fucking
you.
exit coming up on the left-hand lane.
Yeah.
These people are just
there.
fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, people
They're
are
fucking
just-
nuts. Either that or they high and they zoned out and they don't know where the fuck they at. Outside of that, you got no other excuse.
And they're just like trying to drive well. Like they're
Yeah.
I'm not intoxicated. I'm
I chalk-
driving very normally right now.
I chalked that up to last week's episode title. People are stupid.
Yeah. Yep.
People are just dumb. I think I heard this one somewhere, but I'm gonna bring it up. But like anyone that that's just randomly bleeding and just doesn't even realize.
If there's just
Yeah, they're just like bleeding and don't even realize. Like, yeah, that like you seem real fucking. How do you not know that you're fucking bleeding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all worked at the store at the stand
They just got like a thing on
And
their
the-
neck and it's like just bleeding.
or something. Yeah,
Oh,
anything.
oh.
Nosebleed,
Like
a
an
nosebleed,
An open sore.
a nosebleed. I think I had somebody who was who like cut their hand.
Yeah, I've
like
had-
carrying something. They cut their hand and they're just like.
On their phone, they cracked their screen. And
Yeah.
they're like, I cut my hand. I was like,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
don't
and-
fucking touch me with that disgusting hand.
And they just walk up to you
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, do you have a like, bro, a Band-Aid? Really? Like, yo, get the fuck out of here. The amount
That's
of times
wild.
that shit has happened, people just appear crazy. If you're bleeding from anywhere and you're just walking around all nonchalant,
yeah, if you're not
You're-
addressing,
yeah,
if you're not
you
addressing the
look
blood, you're a
insane.
fucking psycho.
you look insane
fair,
right now,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's wild. I don't think I ever had that experience at the.
Well, you've never just seen any, and you lived in the city for a long time. You never just saw like someone bleeding anywhere?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure. I just, I probably brushed
he
that
just
out
ignores
of my
it.
memory.
He doesn't even
Yeah.
like pay attention. He doesn't even acknowledge
If
it.
it's random shit, like just a
you can't
person
pay
walking
attention
by,
to
I mean, I see a million people walking by since I've been here at least. Like, I don't know. People are just there.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
They're all blurs.
Yeah. In New York City, I'm sure you just, that's the one thing that I do. Like I've never lived in New York, but anytime I visited, that's the beauty in it is I walk through New York City and I will not be able to tell you a majority of the shit that happens because you keep your head down and you just
Word.
keep it moving. And that's it.
Unless you see 20 guys dressed like Guy from Free Guy, then you're like, whoa, that's a little wild, right?
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure. But at least that's in your eyesight, right?
100%.
Ain't nobody got time to be staring up at the fucking buildings and being like, ooh, bitch, get the fuck out my way.
Bitch, get out
Word.
of my way.
Nah, you just go around everyone.
Everybody got someplace to be.
Now,
Everyone
I
has
always
somewhere to go.
imagine, so like honestly, like no shit, when I'm walking around New York City, whenever I'm there, I think of the arm strength that Peter Parker must have to swing from those fucking buildings, bro. Like that's insane. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like the strength on that kid. I
Well,
don't
he
get
has
it.
He has the
Incredible strength, by the way.
I mean, I get that, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
An
it has to
average
be
person,
something, 'cause-
an average person, if they came out with the science behind making webbing, they would not be able to
hold
to
on,
hold themselves.
to hold, like even
Yeah.
a rope, bro. Like any, like
No, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
you
no.
see people swinging like rednecks and like into ponds and shit, and they
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
hold it long enough to get to the water. Like they just bounce their fucking face
That's
across
so
the
true.
dirt, bro. Because
That's
like
so
they don't
true.
realize the arm strength just for that little fucking rope swing that they do to their
Yeah.
fucking crick or whatever
Yeah.
the hell they fucking jump into.
Bro, holding up your body weight is wild. With
Right.
Yeah.
2 arms.
Yeah, really. And like it's not even close. Like they have no shot fucking swinging into this water.
And this
bro.
motherfucker
Upper
is
body
jumping
strength
off
is
of
a bitch.
Right. And
this
he's
motherfucker's just jumping
falling
off of
skyscrapers and shit, bro. Just catching it, swinging,
And then
all
just
good.
catching himself midair
midair,
with
midair.
a thwip.
Yeah. I get, dude, my stomach drop when I'm playing the Spider-Man games and I'm swinging from my stomach will literally drop sometimes. Like if I fall really high, like it fucks me up. There's no way I
that's
could
wild.
be Spider-Man. Like I wish I could, but
See, that's
I'm
where
pussy.
that's where we need to get. I don't know. I haven't heard of any games like that for Oculus, but first person
yeah.
Spider-Man experience would be crazy.
People would bust their ass all day long.
oh, for
What? Are you
sure.
kidding? I just saw a video today. Danny sent it to me.
There's a kind of a game like that though. They just came out with like some shit called Gorilla Tag. That's basically you're swinging from like vine to vine and shit, and everyone's it's tag, right? And so when you tag another gorilla, they get infected and they're out of the game, and you keep on going until the last man standing type shit.
Are you actually
and
gorillas?
I've-
Like, do you see gorillas? Like, does everyone look
Dude,
like a
what's so funny about it, and one of the things that I hate about most VR games is they're chopped at the bottom, so they have no legs. They just have arms and a body.
Oh, what?
Which does because you can't actually represent legs in VR.
So VR isn't
so-
quite where we need it to be these days.
No,
yeah.
not quite yet. Yeah, not quite. But I have seen videos of people playing this game and like just running into shit in their house because you really
any
you like
VR,
because
bro.
you're moving around a lot,
Yeah.
just like fucking Spider-Man. Like you're swinging around and you're fucking doing a bunch of shit trying to catch the next person. And the way you move around, typically, I don't know how this game works. I haven't played it, but typically the way you move around in VR is with the joystick, which is
Right.
kind of like a weird split for me, like mind wise, of like staying in the same place
But
and
also
moving,
yeah.
but also moving your arms as if you're moving. That shit has definitely gotten me all fucked up since I've gotten
learning
this
curve.
Quest. But I still, I was just playing some game earlier today that is just fucking mind bending how immersive this shit could be, where you really feel like you're involved and you're
What
there.
were you playing?
Some shit called Red Matter, where you're like I think you're you're some kind of like a tech or some shit on a Saturn moon, and you're just like moving around and grabbing things. It's a like a puzzle type game where you have to figure out like how to get from one place to the next. And they don't really give you much clues and whatnot. You got to do it all and figure it
Those
out on
games
your
are
own.
tough.
That's dope.
And everything's in Russian. You got to do this translation. It's pretty
yeah,
dope.
that
It's like
makes
I
it a
said,
little harder.
immersive, very immersive.
Danny sent me a video earlier today of like a dad who was playing this VR game, and it's a plank. I guess you're walking like on a high, like on a building, and you're walking on.
They do it. They
the
have a lot of
beam.
those like scariest thing ever games.
Yeah, and the dude was walking on like this beam, but he was actually walking on like a 2x4.
That's
Balancing, and then he got to the end and just dove at his TV
Oh, my
and
God.
broke the shit. Just like,
Like, I don't understand. Like,
Yeah, I
I
don't-
it doesn't make you stupid when you put these things on. Like, you're in
No.
your fucking living room, right?
Yeah,
like,
but it's you don't understand. It really does. It feels so much, especially because of the surround sound. Even without, like, sometimes I wear my headphones and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just use the built-in speakers. But because the sound is so surround, and like I've almost busted my ass playing that game, and I wasn't even moving. It was just like like when you were like, it's like it uses like a jetpack concept to move you around. And when I like landed, like the posture in which it lands, it's like a smooth land. Imagine if you were in a jetpack and you were just, floating up, and then you kind of floating down, that kind of, you kind of like glide in on the landing. And I guess I was going too fast because you can speed it up and break it. And when it landed, like I almost like fell forward because of I thought I had the momentum as if I was breaking myself. And so I started to like move myself forward. I'm like, oh shit, what am I doing? Like I'm not actually there.
You got to sit your ass down when you play this
Yeah, word.
They have, I've seen the rigs.
I think I'm gonna do the stationary mode next time.
I've seen the rigs that they have. That's kind of like Ready Player One, where it keeps you in place, but it moves in all directions.
Oh yeah,
they do have those. But obviously it's way too expensive for people to have it in their houses.
right.
Yeah, stupid expensive
like,
and not that great. I didn't think. Well, what the few ones that I've seen is. It adds to it, but because the way that it like suspends you and prevents you from falling, and you're like mostly sliding the whole time. Like I feel like you're like hanging forwards, and you're just moving your body around. I don't know. I was like, this shit got a little bit to go. I would love to see something like the actual Ready Player One. It's like a multi-tread pad type thing.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Omnidirectional.
All right,
Anyways, moving on.
I think it's about that time. Johnny, hit us with some.
You know what it's time for.
Yeah. News clips. News clips is the segment where I run through some news headlines of shit that we could talk about today and probably forget about tomorrow. So let's see what we got here. First, number one news story of the week, of the century, of the decade. Like we said earlier, NYCFC won the Eastern Conference Championships and we're headed to the MLS Cup final. I know nobody cares about that shit because it's MLS soccer and it's like the weakest form of soccer besides like independent bullshit. But that's my squad, so I just wanted to shout them out one more time.
Next time we're at your pad, I'm gonna have to go to a game.
Hells yeah!
I don't
Games are
watch
fun.
a lot of sports.
Matches are fun. Anything live, any live sports are kind of fun.
I'd rather go to a Yankees game than that.
They play in Yankee
watch
Stadium.
sports, but
I'd
be having fun. I'd enjoy. I don't care about the Yankees just as much as I don't care about them, so I'm down for either one.
They're both fun. I mean,
mean,
honestly, you spend time at a sporting event just drinking and getting wasted.
I just want to drink. I'm gonna cheer.
Yeah,
I probably would cheer for the Yankees a little bit more
because we'll make you puff something.
Oh yeah, if I have nothing else to do.
You got nothing.
If I have
you
no
can't
responsibilities.
vapor smoke in the stadium.
Oh, watch me.
But
I got kicked out of my first
the one
game,
thing I do like about watching the soccer matches at Yankee Stadium is I get to sit much closer to the field at much lower cost than Yankee Stadium. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. That was a pretty dope story because I'm proud of my boys coming back at the end of the match in the 88th minute with a goal scoring win. So goal leading score. So big shit there. All right. Let me talk about some shit that kind of happened last week that we can run through I thought it happened like pretty much right after we recorded. But there's check this out. There's a new rule. What do you guys think about this? Debt collectors can now hit you up through social media.
I gotta hit it.
What?
Yeah. So the federal government has allowed debt collectors to follow you through social media. Now they can't like be commenting all up on your shit and you know just like really follow you. What they are allowed to do is they could DM you. Yeah.
Oh, I ignore it. 1,000
Now,
DMs.
if they DM you, they have to, of course, you know, the typical debt collector shit, right? They have to make themselves known that they're contacting you to collect the debt, and they have to make a way to allow them to be blocked. But if you know that you are currently in the process of a debt collector nagging you and bothering you, you might want to preemptively block them because they are probably going to start hitting you up. Because what the social media presence does is it confirms that you are a person, right? The biggest problem with debt collectors is they don't know how to catch you if you live at the same address, you have the same phone number. But if you have an active social media presence, you know, they can come after you. Now, of course, you could always respond and be like, I am not the JonniKuest you are attempting to contact.
Right.
I am a different JonniKuest. But that doesn't prevent them from continuing to pester you the way that they're known to. So, and they'll probably use bots for this shit. I don't know that they're allowed to use bots, but they probably will. But I don't know what y'all think. Should they be allowed to fucking?
I mean, they can get blocked just like
Yeah,
anyone
they'll get
else
blocked.
can. Like
It's
it
not-
doesn't. That wouldn't be a big deal to me. If I had debt collectors come after me and one hit me up on Instagram, like yo, like I would read 2 words and be like blocked, done. Like
For real.
block all because Instagram gives you the option to block all accounts that person could also make after that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh,
like, even if
word?
yeah.
it
If you
does.
block somebody on there, it'll say
It asks you, do you want to block?
just this one
Just this
or
one,
anyone that this person creates after this. And so
Right.
if you choose that and they still try to come at
Wait,
you
how
with
do
that
they
bullshit,
know that
I
the
think it
same
uses
person
the email.
created?
I think if the email tries to create a
well,
different account, maybe
they
I
don't do that. That's
You know why? You know why it doesn't matter to me? Because if I'm not following them, it shows up in the request
Right,
one
it
list,
doesn't even hit
like
your
in the
DMs.
request list, and then you read it, and it tells you blah blah blah, and they don't
Is
know
that for
you've read
everyone,
it.
or is that just because you're a fancy business account with a artist personality or whatever?
I don't know
No, what was it?
where it
That's-
comes
Does
up as a
everyone get
request.
that request section?
Oh no, that's like mine too. I don't have like a business, just a personal normal account.
Yeah, and
and
it shows
if
up as
I
a
don't follow
request.
someone and they send me a message, like it'll be in my weird requests, and it's 100% of the time like bullshit spam
Okay.
when I get those. So yeah, it'll definitely push it to the side.
Yeah, and then if you look at it, it doesn't let them know like that the person has read it. You just delete it,
No, I just block them.
and then I block them.
I block all
As
their
long as you
fucking
don't tap on
accounts,
it,
yeah.
right?
No, if you tap on it, it says, "Do you want to accept or deny?" You can read it, and then they won't be able to see that you've
They
read
still
it
won't know that you
unless
read
you
it?
accept it. If
I
you
gotta get
accept
up
it,
on
they
my-
yeah. If
on
you
my
accept
Instagram
it,
knowledge.
if you accept it, they will know that you've read it.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, it's just on a list. You just delete it. So
Gotcha.
yeah, they could do that all they
Yeah,
want.
I mean, just
day.
wasting more of their time. Yeah, that's all.
real.
I don't have a problem. I'm cool with it. Like if that's what they
Yeah.
want to do. If that would be a job, like if I could be a debt collector that just like makes social media accounts and stalks people, like that'd be kind of a dope job. Like
Yeah.
wake up, grab a cup of coffee, hop on Instagram, Facebook, see what these people are doing.
Pay
like
your
if
shit.
If they're flexing and they're like, yo, you can flex with that, that new fucking Toyota you got, but where's my fucking money? Like that'd be kind of sweet, dude. I don't know if I think I could fuck with that.
You're
Nice
gonna just
remote
go
job.
after people through the DMs.
Hell yeah, bro.
I would see what the loopholes are as the worker trying to get people to admit who they are.
Get crazy.
I would
catfish them.
probably
Make them fall in love with you, dog, and then be like, "Yo, where's my fucking money at?" Like when you meet up.
I
for
try
a
to
date.
figure out ways to get them to at least acknowledge the conversation.
Nah, you gotta get
Like,
'em.
yo, man, not for nothing, but yeah, like that car you got, yo, that shit is fire.
How much you pay a month for that, or not
Like,
pay a month for that?
that shit is fire. Where you get them rims from? You selling
Nah,
them? You selling them rims? Nah. Why? What's yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yo, yeah, pay your bill.
You just serve them.
Yeah, you serve them.
You
That's
serve
it.
them. You serve them.
But like, yo,
And
Juac,
you got to get commissions off of that shit.
Hell yeah.
word, yo, Juac has the
They get
biggest
paid.
rate. Has the biggest. What's the term? Well, it wouldn't be return rate, but he has the biggest answer rate where people just
They respond. to
actually
that shit.
respond to him.
Response
Oh my
rate.
god,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's-
there you go, response
I don't
rate.
know
Like,
why, but they do.
I don't know why.
Be hustling
Juac,
through
Juac got that.
IG scams.
Be like, yo, you need some bud?
You need some
Soon as be like, yo, why? What you got? Yeah, I got this bill for you, homie.
Got this bill. You owe Verizon $74.93. Where the fuck's it at?
Yeah.
Yo, Columbia House,
You
1364.
got 15 CDs from Maxwell House in 1997, bro. Like I know you did. Where's that money?
Yeah. Your
I used to do that, bro. I signed up
Your
for that shit
DNA
before.
was all over them stamps,
BMG
bro.
Max.
Your DNA was all over them stamps, bro. You licked them.
I had mad CDs
Word.
into our crib, and my mom was like, "Where did you get these from?" And I was like, "I
Oh,
filled out the
man.
thing and I sent it back." We were on the hook. I wanted mad CDs, son. This is the
Word.
90s.
And
Hip
none of
hop
them were-
was taking the nation by storm. I needed
None of
all
them were even
shits.
up to date. Like, it was all old ass shit.
Nah,
but you
hell
still
no. I
sat
used to
there,
get
you-
the latest.
No,
No,
I was
you're
gonna
right.
say, like,
You're
they-
right. No, the ones you get for a penny weren't the latest hits.
Right.
And then afterwards, I got suckered into that shit. I remember, and I was.
I mean, so many people.
I was getting like at least. Like I would forget to cancel. I'm like, fuck, I gotta cancel this. How do you cancel?
You gotta wait on
and then
hold
they
for
just
a
keep
day.
sending me a fucking CD every month, and now I'm fucked. And then I would get, you know how you would know. At least I knew. And that letter came in the mail, and it was from Terre Haute, Indiana.
Oh,
I was like,
that's where it came
throw that
from.
shit out. Throw that shit out.
Is that for Ricky
Columbia
and
House
Devo?
coming for their shit.
Is that for Ricky? Ricky's getting bills here now?
This is pre-Ricky.
This is where Ricky was born.
I might have been using Ricky at that time. Probably not in Devo, but Ricky for sure.
Ricky.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Ricky Malabe.
Y'all wild for that. I don't think I think I've like tried to fill it out and never gone all the way through with it.
There's little. I don't even remember. I barely remember.
Oh my
I
God.
just-
12 CDs for a penny, bro?
Right. Penny each.
That
Yeah.
was
Get that.
lit. I had I got so
yeah.
many dope shit off of that
Hell
promo.
Until that bill came.
That wasn't my
I
problem.
mean, you know, I might have been working at Tops at that time already, so I might have been able to eventually
Yeah.
pay that off. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I was somewhere between that.
that was pre-Tops
12 and
for me.
14.
I was way too young for Tops.
I remember
Word.
the bill that I had that was someone else talked me into it. I went with someone else to go to a gym. Bally's. You remember when we had a Bally's?
Oh, yeah,
here?
yeah.
How
I
long
remember
ago that shit was?
Bally's.
Fucking, that's how long ago it was. Someone talked me into going to the
Oh,
fucking
yeah, I remember
gym
that.
because they wanted to sign up for a fucking membership. I get there, we get there, and they're like, "Oh well, I don't have this and this and that," so I sign up for the shit. I was young as fuck. I sign up for the shit with them as an added member.
Was that in the
They
mall?
never paid a damn cent.
No, that was
Not
in
a fucking
Irondequoit.
cent. Yep, that was in Irondequoit.
Where in Irondequoit? Was it
East
Irondequoit
Ridge.
Mall?
Like,
Or just
no,
like
they
on-
had like their own facility.
Yeah, they had a standalone.
They turned it into a
facility.
skate park, I think.
Mm.
And then probably
Yeah,
knocked it down.
now it's actually like
Is it near Rubino's?
it's around
I
there.
think it's across the
Down-
street.
down the
from
street.
us, yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, it was like
it's
down the street, down the street a little bit.
That's how I measure everything in Irondequoit. If it's near Rubino's,
How close it is to Rubino's.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dope spot.
that is.
You gotta be hardcore Italian to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't remember if I've
Or
been
just
there
white.
in a
Just
long time.
act like a white dude when you go in there.
Yeah, I mean that works
Let
for
me
me.
get a gabagool.
It's gonna work for me.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Just shave that terrorist beard
Oh,
off, and you'll
man.
be okay.
That's crazy. All right, moving on. Johnny.
All right, yeah. Somehow we went from fucking
Yeah, that's what we do.
collection companies to
To our
Rubino's.
own debts.
To Rubino's.
But
I'm hungry now.
y'all might actually. I don't think y'all do have this. So this may or may not be relevant to y'all. But Capital One is not just a credit card company, but they also have actual banks. And they've now become the largest bank in the U.S. to end overdraft and insufficient fund fees.
Wow.
Damn. I might get them for a
You know,
bank now.
I was gonna
I have
say,
a credit card.
the
with
reason-
them, but
I think
don't
they're
have
an online bank. Like even if they don't have a physical location in your area, like they have a bunch of physical branches here, but even if they don't have one, I'm pretty sure you could bank with them as like an online bank only. And
Now that
just
you
use
mentioned
them as
that,
your bank.
because I think I do have a couple Capital One cards, and it offered that, but I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know about that.
I don't know about this fake bank. I need a brick and mortar. I need a brick and mortar
I
bank I
mean-
can walk into and take my money out if I want.
I mean, I'm interested because I don't want to pay those fucking fees, man.
Word.
That shit happens.
Yeah.
That shit happens from time to time.
That shit was brutal. That's
Yeah.
why I left ESL. I was like, oh, you're going to fucking charge me overdraft fee? I'm going to go to M&T, and they charge overdraft fees too.
Everyone
charges
does. Yeah.
overdraft fees.
Everyone does.
I thought I was sticking it to ESL, but
You know what? I went to ESL because
Because
I think
Chase was sticking you with
no, it
overdraft
was
fees, or-
it was one of those banks. Yeah. So
Yeah, they're gonna
I'm an
lose a
idiot
shit
too.
ton of money.
I'm an idiot too, so don't worry. What do you say?
They're going to lose a shit ton of money out of making this move. I mean, they say here that U.S. banks collected an estimated $15.5 billion in penalties in just 2019.
Penalties, bro, in just 2019 in penalties.
Just 2019. And the average fee for overdrawing an account was $33.58, which I think is pretty damn high. Damn shit. The last time I remember overdrafting an account, I think it was like $15.
No.
Yeah,
$33.58,
like
or maybe
40 bucks.
maybe 25.
Yeah, it's like $30-$40.
They'd hit you.
That's fucking
hard,
wild.
bro.
They fuck you over, bro.
Yeah, and like the people that get hit with those fees are the people that can least afford to fucking pay them, which is
So that's another thing, right?
More harsh, dude.
This usually affects low-income families. What does it say here? Especially Hispanic and Black households, which paid about $3.1 billion and $1.4 billion respectively in overdraft fees alone just last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
That is. That's
Yeah. I mean, it's smart on there.
That's what some industries make, like, total.
I mean, banking
this is
is
just
an
banking
industry.
overdraft fees. But I'm
mean,
just
there's
saying,
some
like,
businesses don't even get close to that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's some businesses that don't even make a fraction of that, and this is what banks are collecting in just overdraft fees. It's
In just
disgusting.
fees, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And just fees because now we're fed into the bullshit that our money has to be sitting in a bank somewhere.
right.
It's all digital. It's not even actual cash.
Is it there?
It's just
I don't
digital
know.
money. It's just digital numbers on a card. Shit is crazy,
What
right?
do we really own? What's the dollar based on? Where's this gold? I don't understand any of it.
I'm just saying this shit is it's just wild if you really sit back and think about it.
It's these mints, bro.
Are you trying to
fucking
push us towards
man.
Bitcoin, Juac? Is that what it is?
No,
Trying to bring the
no.
price of Bitcoin back up?
No, fuck all that. I don't understand that enough to get into that either.
Which that could totally, it wasn't on my list, but that could totally be another story. Fucking Bitcoin fucking crashed
I
hard
saw that.
over the last few days. I mean, crashed hard is a relative term, right? I
Wait,
mean,
aren't you and your homie? Doesn't he have like a thing going, and you're just like banking on it? Whatever happened with that? Was
we're not fucking with the Bitcoin.
okay.
We're on the Ethereum.
Oh, Ethereum. Okay, that's what I
train.
fuck with. I fuck with Ethereum too. But you guys are still doing that? Still?
Forex.
Absolutely,
baby.
yeah.
Has he
That's
collected
scaling.
anything from you? Has he,
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay,
No, not yet. He has put the call order in, so I gotta cash some shit out and
How
and
long
start
has
to
this
put
been
some
going
bread
on
up.
for? This was
Maybe
long.
since the start of the summer, I think is when he got his first shipment of cards and stuff, GPUs in, and started putting everything together. Sometime around the beginning of midsummer.
Nice.
And yeah, now we're up to like quite a lot. I think we got like almost 15 or 20 GPUs spinning. And the dope shit about Ethereum, there's a good and a bad. The dope shit about Ethereum is that that's what's used as the what they call gas, the thing that is used to convert shit from one thing to another. So like when you want to buy like, I don't know, Shiba Inu or some shit, like you can't always just buy directly from US dollars to that. You have to buy. This is the shit that I fucking hate about crypto. Like you got to buy one thing and then convert that to another thing, then convert that to another thing, and now you could buy the thing that you want that you think is going to skyrocket or some bullshit.
That's what happens when everything's unregulated. That's
Exactly.
What you have to do.
And everybody takes a cut of all of those purchases, and so that's what mining on the Ethereum blockchain is. That's where we make bread, right? Is that
eliminating
they're
that.
paying us to do the conversions for them, and that's how you make bread. Anyways, the bad thing about Ethereum is that that whole payout thing I think stops next month. So in January, so we're trying to find another coin to start mining. Anyways, aside from that conversation. What were we on?
I don't know. What was
You were
next?
saying the Bitcoin stuff.
Oh yeah, the Bitcoin
you
price.
were-
The Bitcoin price went down recently, and then like I said, crash is a relative term, because in March 2020 the shit was only like, $5,000-$6,000, and now the shit was like in the $40,000, $50,000 range.
Was up there.
But it was up to like a $69,000 high, and that shit dropped to like low 50s or high 40s. I mean, that's still a big fucking crash, I would say. But
Nothing hurts
relative,
more than-
it didn't go all the way back to what it was in March, so people are still like I'm still winning, bitch. I don't give a fuck.
You see these dudes that tweeted about selling their Bitcoins, like they sold like 1,000 of them for like, he's like, oh, I bought them at like 6 cents a piece, and then they went up to 30, and I sold them, and he was like super pissed that they went up to like 30 cents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
guy-
the dude that bought the pizza.
Yeah, the pizza, I was
the
gonna
pizza
say
guy.
the
That's
pizza
a very
guy. Yeah, yeah.
famous.
Oh,
Ugh.
absolutely. Yeah, those
That's
people are-
heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to think about, dude. Like,
Because that shit was worth
Yeah.
mad money when
Yeah.
it was at its
Oh my god, yeah.
highest.
Mhm.
Like
and
millions
they bought
or
it.
billions,
They bought
right?
it. They
I
bought
think
it
was like
at
billions
cents,
or some
bro. They
shit.
bought it at cents.
Well, yeah, I think there's definitely the most expensive pizza
wonder-
ever purchased.
I wonder
'cause I
what
think he
that-
spent like 46 Bitcoin. on it or
46
something like that.
Bitcoins, which is
He
what,
didn't
how many
actually buy
million-
it on the pizza. Like he traded somebody to buy
Yeah.
the thing for him.
Either
And
way,
so that
my
was
man,
the first
my man
official
lost.
transaction.
Yo,
hard
Yeah,
to
he
get
lost.
out.
that reminds me of a story we covered a long time ago about the guy that lost the password to his account that
Yeah,
had
yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
crazy amounts of millions, and he had
Bitcoin
like
locked in.
yeah, like
And
one.
he had like one attempt
password,
left,
yeah,
right?
some shit.
Yeah. I wonder whatever. Did
Yeah.
anything ever happen with that dude? Did
I
we?
don't know. We got Johnny.
I
Our
haven't
news
heard
guy
of
has
an
to look
update.
into it.
I
I
hope
want to
gotta
see.
look
I
into
hope he
it.
got
Update
it,
on
or he's
that.
just waiting. He's
get an
waiting on
update
that
on
last
that.
attempt, bro.
Yeah, I got, either he's waiting on a last attempt or he just
It
said,
would
"Fuck it."
consume. It would consume my every thought. What did I make this password? What could it be? Like,
He wouldn't know.
and you can't even try it. Like, even if you get something like, I think this is it.
No,
You
it
can't
was
fucking
like some
try it, bro.
encrypted, random ass password.
Oh, just like fucking iCloud makes for you when you're generating passwords.
yeah, you would never be able to figure
Fuck
it
all
out.
that.
Hopefully it
all right.
wasn't that. I don't know.
What else?
Let's see what else we
John?
got here. I thought this was kind of interesting. Now I'm kind of putting two stories together because we definitely didn't cover this originally. But back in, I believe it was. Let me double check my sources here. But yeah, this was at the beginning of this year. Puffy, aka Diddy, aka Sean Combs,
P. Diddy.
he sued the company known as Sean John. Now, Diddy sold Sean John, I think in 2018 or 2019, to another company called GBG, and this is weird because he's suing this company. So he sold them. He sold the company to GBG for $70 million, give or take, at the time. And then not too long afterwards, came out and sued him. So first he sued them this year for $25 million. And then he followed up with another $60 million suit. And both times, so the first $25 million lawsuit was because they used, after they acquired the company, he's no longer involved. They used his face in commercials.
That makes sense.
It's like some brand advertisement.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the company is called Sean John, right? And everybody assumes that it's Diddy's brand. But after he sold it away, they used him. And apparently he says in the lawsuit that they used a quote that he never said or some shit like that. Whatever. Small lawsuit. Then and then following up just a week later, sued him for $60 million because they used Vote or Die in the t-shirt design. Now, Vote or Die is his trademark that was used by Sean John. But apparently after he sold the company, they say that he's claiming that the trademark becomes null and void. So there's no trademark on Vote or Die. And then
So he
the
gets to
company
sue
that
them for
bought
that?
it went and so the company went and grabbed the trademark for it so that they could sell these clothes. And he's saying, no, y'all can't do that. That was originally mine. And that wasn't part of the sale.
He doesn't know trademarks.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how.
South Park used to Vote or Die too in the P. Diddy episode. I don't know if you remember that. I wonder if they paid anything out for that to use that, because like in the episode of South Park, like P. Diddy was literally like with his like.
Oh,
goons.
word,
He
that's
was
right.
going to people's houses and like shooting them if they wouldn't vote like they were dying.
But there's a
I remember that.
I think they don't have to do anything like that if it's like in
If
the
it's
name
satire?
comedy or it's satire.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
If it's like satire, then no, they're
Right, but
cool.
if you're actually profiting,
yeah,
off
if
of
you're
it, like
selling
voter-
T-shirts that say "Vote or Die,"
Yeah.
it's like no, you can't do that.
But at the same time, if they had the trademark for it, if they bought it,
Right,
Is
that's
that
what
what
I'm
you were
thinking.
saying, Johnny? Like they purchased the trademark
I would
to use that.
Well, they bought the brand, and apparently, or at least, like I said, Diddy's
brand
claiming the
owns the
trademark.
trademark?
You would think, but he's saying the trademark became null because it's no longer owned by the same people.
So that
Which
he
I don't
had
know
the
how that would
it's
work.
like- that
So
would have to
then-
be in his name,
So
right?
they went out and they did buy the trademark, so they own
Okay.
it now.
So they own the trademark.
Yeah,
So they
but
had-
he's
so he
trying to
has
say
no
they
case.
shouldn't
So
be
he-
granted
I mean,
ownership.
Okay.
And the problem is, so this is the reason it's a story, right? And this is where I want to get your feedback on this. So they got sued. They got 2 lawsuits now against them. It's possible they might lose both of these lawsuits. So now they're at risk. And then, of course, the pandemic and the popularity has lowered
Yeah,
of the
nobody's
brand.
wearing Sean John anymore, bro. Who's wearing
And
Sean?
so,
I forgot all about that brand.
right. And so now they're at risk of going bankrupt.
Yeah.
And so he's now offered $3.3 million to buy this company
Oh,
back.
that's a baller fucking move,
is.
bro. That's
I mean-
a baller move. I mean, if
Yo,
I were them,
sold
if I
it
were
for
them,
70, sued the shit out of them so that they go bankrupt.
buy it back for 3.
Buy it back for 3.
Get it back up to where it was. Sell it for another 100 mil. Yeah, do it. I'm all about that.
Yeah,
Fuck-
it's definitely
these
a
corporate suits
a
that own this
baller.
shit.
It's definitely a baller move, but 1,000% it's a dick move on Diddy's
It's
part.
totally a dick move. 100%.
Yo,
I mean,
that is.
that's the law. Bro.
I mean, I get
It
it. I
is.
get it. But
That's
imagine,
typical business
imagine.
cutthroat shit, right?
I always,
But
It is
I always
good.
think
It is.
about it.
He
I
did-
always think about it like this, right? Like if I was in that position where it's like, dude, we come up with this whole plan, like, bro, we could buy Sean John. Like we scrape our pennies together, we buy this company. 70 mil is nothing to,
Sure.
to laugh at.
it's
So
a lot of
but
pennies you scraping.
It's a lot. It's a lot of
It's a lot
pennies
of
we're scraping up. But
scraping,
we're gonna buy Sean John. We're gonna take it to the next level, and then fucking
With debt.
Diddy
That's how
starts.
you buy it.
And then Diddy starts fucking pulling out these major fucking fuck you moves.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to get together
That's that
like,
Diddy
yo.
Grimes, man.
Yeah. Diddy is grimy as fuck. You hear it from all angles.
I mean, we talked about this, right? You gotta be a little grimy to get money like
yeah,
that, right?
you do.
True
Oh,
that.
well,
Well, you have until the
get to where he
15th of
is.
December.
Yeah.
If
You have
want-
to
if
get to
wanna
where
scrape
he
your
is.
pennies together.
No, I'm not doing all that.
Let's do that.
I'm
Let's
just
do
saying.
that. Let's start a Kickstarter.
Yeah. A
We want
Kickstarter,
insensitive
3.3.
culture to buy Sean John.
3.3 mil.
3.4.
That's it?
That's
You just got to beat his offer, so
Oh, that's true.
3.4.
3.4.
3.4.
He's not going to counter that
Nah.
at all with 3.5. All right. Well, let's
Right?
let's get this Kickstarter going again.
There you go.
Come on, guys. Just another 100,000.
Hey, man, if we start a Kickstarter and raise $3.5 million,
It's
not-
not going.
we're not buying Sean
I'm not buying Sean John. Oh, fuck all that.
Let's buy cookies from Burner.
Yeah,
I'm
it's going
sure
to be
you're
more
gonna
than
need to raise more than
3.3.
that.
It's going to be more than 3.3.
You know,
might as well-
Gotti's blowing up right now.
might
I don't
as
know
well
if you
start
listen
your
to
own
Gotti
shit.
at all.
Might as well
All
start
right,
your
did
own
y'all
shit.
hear about this? There's a CEO of a company called Better.com that was having a team meeting, a company-wide all-hands meeting, right, over Zoom or something similar, WebEx. I don't know which one it was. Doesn't
we have
matter
those
because they're all the
once a
fucking
month.
same. You know how that happens, right?
Yeah.
Is Tubin
So
on
imagine
there?
getting on this. What's that?
Is Tubin on there?
It's
What's
Tubin.
his
Yeah, Tubin. So imagine being on this corporate-wide company meeting. It's early in December, and the man is you're meeting with the CEO. He doesn't look very happy. He's kind of sad, and he's talking about how he's had to make a lot of harsh decisions in his life that he regrets. But unfortunately,
you're all fired.
I'm going to have to cut a 15% of the workforce of this company, Better.com. And yeah, if you're on this call, you're part of that 15%.
So I'm dropping off the call immediately. That's my first move.
Changing my name. That wasn't me. I wasn't on it.
Wow. What?
Damn. Is there
Talk
like
about
a
dick
severance,
move, though.
severance package? Because like, if I'm getting fired, but there's like a severance package, and I know I'm gonna get like a little time off where I can have some money and still like plot my
Ain't no
next
severance
move.
here.
Ain't no so yeah, I'm pretty devastated at that point, dude. But I'm still kind of stoked that I don't have to work the next day a little bit. Like I know that's weird because I don't have any income coming in, but to not have to work, it's like a Friday, baby. It's like a Friday.
That's crazy.
No, that's shitty, bro.
That's
especially
crazy.
around holiday
900
time.
people right before Christmas, holidays, during Hanukkah, before Kwanzaa. I don't know what else is going on.
I was gonna say, yeah,
I don't know when Festivus
came,
happens.
Hanukkah came mad
Hanukkah
early.
was early this year. Yeah.
Early as fuck, bro. Like November 29th, I think was the first day
I
of
think
Hanukkah.
so.
Like,
yeah.
I always thought it was like around Christmas time, but
Yeah.
It
I know
was
nothing
usually-
about Judaism,
yeah.
so what do I know?
Yeah, I'm definitely, other than surrounded by
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say, especially in your area,
lots
there
of,
has to
especially
be
a lot of Orthodox Jews
Yeah.
live in this area. But
What's worse though? I have to ask that. What's worse? Right? You get fired or you're expecting a big bonus and you were going to buy a pool
and you get
for
the
your family
cheese of the month club, or was it-
and you get a membership to the Jelly
Jelly
of the Month club.
club. That's the gift that keeps on giving, though. 'Cause, I mean, it really is.
Oh man, it's enough to kidnap your boss. All right.
yeah.
Sorry, I
that's
had
a
to throw
great
that
one.
in there.
No, I think the
Good
being
callback.
fired would
Good
be
callback.
being fired would be way worse, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of
Just
course.
making sure.
Yeah. I mean, you're
so
fired
imagine-
after you kidnap your boss, but
That's true.
oh man.
No. Imagine you were in like a you're trying to ball and you're like a Secret Santa. I don't know. You may not have heard about this. You spend $825 on an advent calendar made by Chanel. You trying
West
to
Coast?
gift to your significant other. No, Chanel number 5.
Yeah. Ball.
And you buy this
You're getting
beautiful-
Chanel 1 through 31.
advent calendar. You open it up, or your significant other opens it up, and it's mostly they open it up for each day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they open up the first day, and it's a sticker,
Mm.
I'm sorry, what?
and then they open up the next day, and it's another sticker,
It's a scratch and sniff.
and then not even they're just fucking.
They don't
The
even
whole
smell.
fucking advent calendar is being shamed all over TikTok for featuring a bunch of unveiled stickers.
So it's not
an
like
empty dust bag, a
perfume
small tree
samples.
ornament, a
Oh my
magnetic
God.
bookmark, a key ring, a pin, and a few samples of Chanel beauty products.
Okay.
Oh my God. Who thought of that? Like we
For
have all of
almost
these laying.
a G.
Who have all of these? We have all of these laying around. What can we do to get rid of all of these
Word.
things?
Yo, the shit that they give away at fucking expos that sell this shit for $1,000.
Yeah, oh my God. Damn. Was it Chanel with an S?
Ah,
Like, really? Really? They gonna do that shit? Fuck.
Yeah.
That's funny.
fucked up.
You bite it on the shine.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucked. I thought you were gonna tell me like it's scratch and sniff scents.
Not even, bro.
Like, not even, bro. Like,
Not
you would-
even.
you
Just
you
a
would be happy with
standard
that.
fucking sticker to put on the back of your
oh
MacBook.
man.
Oh my God, that's horrible. Oh, that's trash. 800. I'd be livid,
Yeah.
bro.
I wouldn't have dropped it in the first place.
I mean,
just-
that's baller shit. I mean,
that is baller shit.
if you're gonna drop $850, you know, if you're shopping at Chanel and you're getting your girl a gift from there anyway, you're dropping some cash, and you're thinking like, yo, I'll get one of these advent it should be dope. It should be dope. It should be something, you know,
It should
whatever.
be filled with fucking a Chanel bottle every
Jewelry
day.
and
For real.
Anything.
Something, and then you just get stickers and like bullshit. Not even a keychain. It's a key ring. Like, yo, you wanna put your keys together? This is here you go.
Here you go.
Put all of them on here. We're not even gonna include the chain to go on it. $850. Fuck. That's horrible.
Yeah.
It's trash.
All right, here we go. Moving on. That's more trash. A surgeon in Austria was found guilty of gross negligence. And he's getting sued for 20. This is what I found wild about this story. He's getting sued and was fined 2,700 euros as a surgeon. And you know what his mistake was? His or her mistake. I'm pretty sure it was a he. He amputated the wrong leg of a patient.
And it was $5,000. That's what that cost.
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Damn.
This poor
Plus interest.
person.
So
To
now
the
they have to
widow,
have
because
the other
They
one
have the other
homie
leg
died.
amputated. Yes.
So now
Oh,
they're
homie
limbless.
died, you said?
Homie died of something else later on. But
Probably
yeah.
what the
He
reason
didn't
why
notice until 2
heartbreak.
days later.
He didn't notice?
No one noticed until 2 days.
No one noticed
after
the wrong leg was
the
amputated. Was
wrong
it a
leg
leg or
was
an arm?
fucking cut off. Leg.
So he came out of this. He woke up from his surgery, his anesthesia. He looked down.
He's
He's like,
82 years
cool.
old.
Still,
Okay.
you need to be cognizant of your limbs. That's
So I would imagine if your
2 days.
limb has to be removed, amputated for a reason, right? It would probably be a noticeable reason why
like
this
pain.
thing should be.
Is it black? Like, is
I mean,
it
it could be
purple?
cancer. It could be cancer, right? You're not going to see that.
Okay.
Like when I'm going in for surgery,
But
doc, I know
I would
what's
think
supposed to
that-
happen.
Never heard of
I don't know. I
cancer,
feel
but-
like there should be some kind of record on which leg
Sure.
is the one with the problem. Like, I feel like there would be an R somewhere or an L.
Yeah.
Right,
that
yeah.
the dude, like, apparently he asked the guy and he pointed at one leg and he was like, is it this one? I just want to make sure I'm cutting this leg. And he was like, yes,
that's the
it's
after
that
they
one.
gave
That's the
him
one.
the
You're
anesthesia
putting
and he's
all of
like,
your
And then he was
freaking
like,
out.
all right, let's go. Strap it in.
You're
Scrub
putting
up.
all of your trust in this 80-something-year-old person
Right.
to know what the fuck they're talking
The
about.
saw out and shit. Like that's a whole process to get a leg off.
By the way, it was a lady surgeon.
It was a lady
Okay.
surgeon,
She fucked
Well,
it
you
up
know
for all
what?
the
That
other
makes
lady
more
surgeons.
sense. No.
and she's getting fined $5,000. Yeah,
Juac gets
Oh,
immediately
man.
canceled
You're
on
done.
that story.
it's gonna be the JonniKuest and Blazer Ramon podcast from now on because Juac has
That makes Juac just show up and make sure everything goes smoothly.
that would be so fucked up. You're just in the corner, like you can't even be on camera.
He's just running the cameras now. He's just
Hey, man.
producing the whole shit.
Hey, man, that's all right. I'll be a producer. I just need a cut. I just need
Yeah,
a
he
cut.
just wants
That's
that
it.
money. That's what he wants to do.
give me
He
a
doesn't.
cut.
He doesn't even want to be.
You're
sitting
right.
here, dog. He wants to
doesn't
be.
even want to
give
be
me a
on
He
the
wants to
fucking
be
That's
mic.
fine.
collecting that bread somewhere.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
Oh shit!
Oh, damn, man.
What else we
All
got?
right,
John? Is there more news? Is that news-filled week?
It is a
Insensitive
news
culture was on the cusp of the news. We were on the trend. We delivered the
We're right
news
there.
before the news last week.
Yeah.
Nice.
When we said that nobody fucking cares about the word Latinx,
Yes.
and we
I
fucking
remember
hate
that. I
the
remember
context of Latinx. Well,
I hate
apparently,
it. I still
a
do.
new nationwide poll came out, and out of these Hispanic voters, only 2%. 2%.
2%. Yeah, I like Latinx.
as
Latinx is dope.
I
68%
never.
identify as Hispanic. 21% as Latino or Latina.
Yes.
I still don't understand what Latinx is, and we talked about it.
Yeah, we have. I mean, in reality, what it comes down to is the Spanish language in general is very it's very derived off of like male
Masculine
and female.
and feminine.
Yeah, there
yeah.
you go, masculine and feminine, like the words.
Muchacha.
So like, yeah, so if you say muchacha or muchacho, it labels you as, you know, guy or girl.
Right,
it's
right.
very
It's very
ingrained
black
in,
or white.
Yes, exactly. And they try to take the term Latino or Latina and just, they're like, no, we don't want this to
So it's like
we
the,
don't want
the
you
Latin,
to misgender
it's the
us.
Latin they.
Yes, they
Latin
they
is,
don't
yeah.
want
Latin.
You could
we
say
don't
that.
want you to misgender
Okay.
us. So it's now Latin X. And that Latin no, I've never
I'm not
subscribed
Latin,
to
and
it.
I don't like that.
No,
you-
it's
if you could-
definitely.
If you correct me and you go, no,
Definitely weird.
yo soy Latina.
Like, how do you even? You can't even
Then I'll
say
say,
it.
okay.
That's the
That's
biggest
fine.
problem. You
Right,
can't
like, right.
say it in Spanish.
It's not natural.
Yo soy Latinx.
Latinx. Latinx.
Yeah, Latinx. Nah, nobody.
No, that shit-
And I
no,
have heard
nobody's
people say
saying
Latinx on like the Spanish channel, and I thought that shit sounded stupid as fuck.
No, that shit.
That
shit is
just
dumb.
sounded stupid. As
And the bigger problem here, especially for not to get political or anything, but the bigger problem here for Democrats is that 40% of these respondents also said that if the person that they're going to run for office or whatever, use the term Latinx, it actually bothers or offends them. And 30% said they would be less likely to support a politician or organization that uses the term. So they really need to stop fucking trying to push this. I mean, honestly, and we said it when we first brought it up the other time, there's probably no Latinos, Hispanics, whatever you want to call us.
Nope.
There's none of them were a part of this conversation. This was some straight white people
Right.
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've
never-
never speaking on behalf of the Latin communities. They're like,
I've
they
never-
don't like this. This
I've
is what they want to be
never-
called, guys. I promise. Latinx is where it's at.
I've never been corrected if I called someone Latino or Latina or anything like that. I've never been. I've had it. I've had it like in my mind. Like, do people really fucking care about this? Just because it has been
A
pushed
small
in
percentage. Apparently, 2% of people care about
right.
this.
I was gonna
people.
say,
Yeah,
yeah,
not
at least
enough for me to
2%.
fucking change my way of thinking when I refer
Yeah.
to
hasn't quite yet
Latinos.
crossed that threshold of importance.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like it's crossing that threshold anytime soon. Good riddance. Good
Nope, nope,
riddance.
nope.
I hope that
Gone.
shit dies.
All
That
right,
shit needs to
one more story here.
Okay.
Spotify has now. I don't know. I'm not a Spotify user, and I'm not sure if either of you are. But a lot of people do listen to that wonderful streaming service. And there's a bunch of stuff on there, including podcasts. But they also have their radio shows that also include comedians. And so apparently Spotify and this company called Spoken Giants, who represents a bunch of comedians, such as John Mulaney, Jim Gaffigan, Kevin Hart.
Okay.
They are in a battle of wars with Spotify over their content being played on Spotify, because the issue right now is that they get paid through their record label as a performer, but there's no direct relationship with Spotify the way songwriters get paid from Spotify directly. So, you know, if you're a songwriter and a performer, like I don't know, Taylor Swift or something, you would get a paycheck directly from Spotify, and then you would get a paycheck from whatever record company she's currently signed to for the performance, right? So you get paid twice on the same song, sometimes more times if you're also involved in production, engineering, etc. Comedians aren't getting that. They're just getting the performance royalties, and so they're trying to get the spoken word written royalties. And so instead, because they're trying to strong arm them, I'm guessing. Spotify pulled the content of all of these comedians from the network currently.
So musical artists were getting paid twice, essentially, and comedians were.
So, you get 100 points on a song. You split up the points for the song depending on your involvement in the song, right? So whatever the royalty is, right, the songwriter usually gets like a huge chunk, like a 60% point. Then, you got the engineers, the producers, and writer gets 60. There might be multiple writers, so then they got to split that up. And then the performer gets paid. So, yes, you get paid twice on a song, but you're twice out of 100%. So you're getting 2 percentages, one for actually singing it and one for writing it.
Yeah, and Spotify it seems to be a big trend with Spotify. Like they're just like trying to find every which way not to pay people.
Yes, 100%.
In not just music, and
unless you're
obviously
Joe
like
Rogan.
Comedians, podcasters. We've heard it about podcasters. Yeah, unless you're Joe Rogan, you're gonna get.
They can't give him enough money. Joe Rogan, like, take all this money, Joe. We need you.
Right,
but everyone else can fuck off.
Pretty much. I mean, I'm sure like. You have to look at the elites in every field.
No, you got your
like,
Drakes and your Taylor Swifts.
Yeah,
and,
like I'm pretty sure Adele doesn't have
your
that fucking
popular
problem.
crew, sure, and everyone else gets the shaft.
She got the shuffle button removed, which this shit is wild. That is totally side tangent story, but related to Spotify. I can't believe, and again, because all three of us are not Spotify users, I didn't realize this was the case, and it just baffles me that this is something that they would do for so many years. If you wanted to listen to an album on Spotify, right? Drake drops a new record, new album. You want to listen to the whole thing top to bottom. You look up Drake, you find the album, you tap play, it defaulted to shuffle.
And
it would shuffle the album instead of playing in order. What the fuck is that? That makes absolutely no goddamn sense. Like, I understand maybe a playlist, which still, that just shows me how shitty your playlists are if your default is shuffle. Like, I want to hear a playlist top to bottom because I expect somebody curated that fucking playlist. But even worse, on an album, they fucking curated the list on that album, and you're going to just default to shuffle? That shit was wild. So apparently Adele got them to change that shit. So she does got pulled there. They do listen to Adele.
Of course.
Yeah, everyone listens to Adele, bro.
Because she brings
Adele's
in
bomb, no matter what Rocco say.
Yeah, for real. I'd listen to Adele. Whatever you want, man.
Rocco was anti-Adele?
He was saying some shit about Adele and Lady Gaga were like the same. I think that was him.
Oh, no, he's tripping.
That sounds like some Rocco shit.
He's Sorry, Rocco.
Sorry, Rocco.
Love you.
We love Adele more.
He has nothing but unpopular opinions.
Big. He's got a stable full of them.
Yeah. Oh man. So
if you want, I mean, we could go into this kind of Hollywood story.
Hit us
I
with
didn't actually see it.
Ease us into some Hollywood.
Yeah, I didn't actually see the interview, but late last week, I believe it was on Friday, Alec Baldwin held the interview with ABC where he talked about the incident that happened on the set of Rust, which we've discussed on the show previously. And he, in this interview, his first interview since, he stated that he did not pull the trigger.
He didn't
at
pull
all.
the trigger. It went off spontaneously.
He says, that's what he's saying. It went off spontaneously.
I hope for his sense that I hope that's really true. Because if you're trying to come out with some bullshit about that, bro, like, you're fucked.
It's got to be on film, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would think so.
Literally,
like, if
there
there's
was a
people
camera
recording
pointed at
mad cameras, there should be a bunch of different angles.
So then how would that shit go the fuck off then?
I think that's what he's trying to say.
I feel like I remember when this story first came out that that these were, because I also was like, how could a prop gun even do this, right? And so apparently they weren't prop guns, but they were real classic guns. These old timey guns. So I don't know. I guess you pull the hammer and you don't pull the trigger, but the hammer by its, you make a gesture or some shit. You pull it out and you whip it or some shit.
The hammer just goes
and
down.
maybe the hammer just goes on its own. I don't know. I mean, it could be a loose spring.
If it's an old weapon,
and
who knows
especially if it's true, that whole story about them doing like can target practice or whatever during off time, then that gun was getting used when it hasn't been fired off in 35 years or some shit. And then he just whips it out and it shoots off.
Bro,
I don't know. It still shouldn't have had a fucking live bullet or round or whatever the fuck killed her.
Right.
You no matter what no matter what he says, because I'm not talking about you, Johnny. No matter what he says, first of all, that's the number one rule: is you treat any gun like a live gun. Obviously, that wasn't the case here. If you would have been treating it like a live gun, you wouldn't be flinging it around.
Wouldn't have been pointing at anyone.
Wouldn't have been pointing
at
anyone. Even if it were they filming for a specific scene, or were they just
they were rehearsing? It wasn't even a live shot.
Okay, so it wasn't even a live shot. So I don't know if you're just trying to help yourself feel better. That shit doesn't change the fucking fact that you were holding the gun and someone died. 2 people were injured. One person was injured. One person died. So, I feel
he
no.
showed some remorse in the interview. Apparently,
he's an actor. He's good.
Broke at times, and he's not a great actor, but he did break at times. And
coffees for closers.
That's probably his best scene ever.
That was his best scene. That was literally the best scene.
But yeah, they're claiming his finger was never even in the trigger guard.
It doesn't. Your hand was holding the gun.
Right. How are you gonna hold a gun without like a finger?
I don't think he's trying to get out of responsibility. I mean, he's saying that this is like
he's just saying this.
He's just trying to like, I guess, make sure he's like off the hook as far as being legally.
He's distancing himself
or financially culpable. I mean, one, he's trying to not go to jail.
Right. That's probably number one. That is the big number one. Don't go to jail. And don't have to pay money.
They're probably, like I said, since the very first day we said this story, right? The insurance company is going to pay a shit ton of money. And that, that's going to cost his production company money. But outside of that, I'm sure they're fine.
He'll be all right.
All right, man. Well, with all that, let us get into some Hollywood. All right, man. So in some Hollywood talk right now, I think the biggest the biggest news for, at least for me, is that they've confirmed that Charlie Cox is now returning as the Daredevil in the MCU.
Did you
Kevin
wake up
Feige
to this?
himself.
Did you wake up to the text that I sent to the chat, or did you see this before you went to bed?
No. I woke up to the text.
Good.
That you
I
sent.
wanted you both to wake up to this.
Yes. And apparently Kevin Feige came out himself and confirmed that Daredevil
and he was
will
still
appear in
sort
the
of
MCU.
very vague. He was like, if Daredevil is required, it will be Charlie Cox. He was never like, Charlie Cox is coming in as Daredevil. Like, he was very careful about his wording, where he's like, if. It was a big if. If he's required, it shall be Charlie Cox.
Gotcha. Okay, so he's still trying
Which
to
is good.
hold
this
off
is
on
positive.
the
This
world's...
is good news still. Yes.
Oh, it's still great news, especially with all of the stuff that's going on with Hawkeye and the rumors around that character that is from the Daredevil series as well. If you really want to know about that, you can look it up. It's not really much of a secret. However,
it was to Dave, though. He's a fucking botard. So
Dave missed it.
Dave, he dense. He's got a dense head. That's what that is.
So that has been the rumor for quite a bit surrounding these characters. Very specifically Charlie Cox, and there are, I'm happy as hell that he is going to be the Daredevil in the MCU. Everybody's talking about like, season 4 is not happening. It's not going to be like they've said it early on. if he does come back, it's gonna be like a soft reboot of that character. It's gonna be the same person, and I'm with that too, because they're trying to eliminate completely what went on at Netflix. Now, someone did bring up a good conversation, or
no, it wasn't.
It wasn't a good conversation in the way they brought it up. However, they brought up a good point in the fact that,
yes.
That Daredevil, I don't even believe he's gonna be like it's gonna be a show surrounding Daredevil. I don't believe that that's going to happen.
Right.
I think he's gonna be an extra character that's just gonna be popping up in the MCU movies from here on out. And you know, it's gonna have nothing to do with its
like
own
a
TV
Black
show
Widow
because
before the Black Widow movie,
right? Exactly. Like he
or
had his
Hawkeye
show
before the Hawkeye TV show.
Exactly. He's just gonna be that character that pops up. He's gonna be badass. We're gonna love it. We're gonna love when he shows up. But we're not getting a TV show, at least not anytime soon. But if they do, the good point that he made was that if this TV show comes up on Disney Plus, it's going to be more watered down than the Netflix show that we got previously.
Was that Netflix canon?
I don't want to see that.
Did we talk about
it? It was canon.
Is
yeah.
it still canon?
Well, it never really crossed
Like
into the movies.
The Jessica Jones, any of that stuff was any of that canon?
It was
not
supposed to cross into the MCU
to,
movie. It was supposed to, and then it just never. It just didn't work out.
Saying
that way.
something about production issues or
all of that was
bullshit.
for naught then.
Well, all of it doesn't matter because at this point, it's like we got a couple good shows, we got a bunch of terrible shows, but those Daredevil shows and the Punisher shows I enjoyed too.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed those. Jessica Jones, I didn't mind the first season,
right?
And even Luke Cage first season didn't mind. Then everything just went to shit after that.
It at all.
Huh?
I minded it all.
He minded
you minded it all. I knew that. Iron Fist, I could not stomach. Defenders was stupid. It was doomed. And I'm just kind of upset that Daredevil all got sucked into Defenders and all that shit into that whole storyline, which tarnished it a little bit.
Yeah.
But Daredevil has some of the dopest close quarter fucking scenes
for sure.
in like hallways and shit like that. That I hope that they bring that shit back because that shit was fire.
I mean, season one, really, they brought that. When they tried to do it again, season two, I was like, it seems like you're trying to replicate season one, and that's why I said what I said back in the day about my unpopular opinion.
Yeah,
but yeah, I love Charlie Cox as
he's good. He's good.
Matt Murdock, and I love him also as Daredevil. So I'm 100% down to see how with better direction and a better screenplay and
better production
overall
value.
Yeah. I want to see how they can make and introduce him and continue to bring him along. Like I said, like a Hawkeye or a Black Widow-ish, just another player in the overall arching MCU cinematic universe timeline. Give me some fucking Charlie Cox. I'm with it. And
hopefully we get a movie.
I mean, look what they do with Hawkeye.
I mean, I would be down with that if we could get much more than another series. Like if people are calling for more series, I would rather get a soft reboot movie where they treat it like a Spider-Man, right? They've already introduced. If it's true, spoiler alert, you got your warning. If it's true,
gave an extra couple seconds in there,
that Charlie Cox is actually in No Way Home. If it's true that he's reprising his role as Matt Murdock in No Way Home, then there's no need to do
series.
Here's the backstory of
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can get a Daredevil movie in the same vein as the first Spider-Man movie, where they didn't have to go through the origin story.
Bypass it.
Yeah.
Completely bypass it. And again, I mean, it's not spoiler alert because it in Hawkeye, if you are following Hawkeye. There's a scene specifically where it might be Kingpin that shows up. They don't know. We don't know. And there's a lot of theories that it's Vincent D'Onofrio,
Right.
who was the Kingpin in Daredevil. And now that we know this, it's like, okay, all right, these are things that are all kind of lining up. So so
It makes
it's
it worth
it's,
the wait if they're true, dude. If I see fucking
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio on that motherfucking screen on Wednesday, bro, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. 100%.
If Vincent D'Onofrio,
I'm gonna be done. Inconsolable, sobbing, just out of control.
if Vincent D'Onofrio shows up as Kingpin, it's not going to be. I don't imagine it would be until later, if not the end of the series, where they reveal that
Or they
it's,
reveal Uncle.
Yeah, where they reveal like this is the real head of.
I mean, there's not that
everything.
many episodes. This is only a 6-episode
I was gonna
series.
say, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
And we're three in.
We're at
Three
episode
in.
3 already,
Yeah.
so yeah, there's only 3
okay.
more
Yep,
episodes.
3 more episodes.
Okay.
So, and I'm enjoying it still.
And I
I'm
like how
throwing
they're
that
an
out.
hour. Like, I mean, at least close to. They're more
Close
in
to,
that,
yeah.
that hour, 45-minute hour range.
I
than
have
the-
not watching
like
the show. I
Mando
know
or
we're
something.
going off on a little bit of a Hawkeye tangent, but I have not felt that feeling of fuck that wasn't enough, or damn like that was too much. It was
Too long.
dragging,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like
No,
I haven't
these have been
felt it.
timed right.
It was
Yeah.
good. It was
Those-
a good feeling.
Those end, and
Absolutely.
you're like, yep, okay. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Next week,
Ready
it's
for
on.
next
Like,
week.
you're
No
not.
feeling-
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not mad.
No
You're not
feeling of lack.
disappointed. You're just like, yep. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I signed up for.
And that third
Yeah.
episode was
And I like that.
definitely the best episode so far.
And I can't believe how much they make me like Jeremy Renner. I can't stand Jeremy Renner, bro. Like,
I like
really
Jeremy
like,
Renner. I like
as
him.
as a person, as a guy, like I have no interest in watching anything that guy does. But like as Hawkeye in the MCU, I'm in. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm in.
I
I
get
don't
ya.
give a fuck about anything else. Jeremy Renner.
I like
does,
them in
bro.
Ghost Protocol.
Nah,
Mission Impossible
Meh.
Ghost Protocol.
I mean, it's
It's all right.
it's
I do. I
sufficient.
remember recalling that they.
It's a very
I think it was
character.
Kevin Feige saying something about in the scene where in I think it was Age of Ultron when Ultron is lifting the Sokovia up to crash it, and Wanda is in like the she's like hiding. And Hawkeye runs up to her and he's like, you don't have to go out there, but if you do walk out that door, you are an Avenger. And the part where he said, something like, I'm shooting with a fucking bow and arrow. Like none of this makes sense.
Right.
Like those two parts, which were all part of the same scene. Kevin Feige said when he seen Jeremy Renner do that, he was like, I think I can make a show out of this guy.
Yeah, nice.
And
he's
and
right.
because it showed the two, he can be kind of comedic as well as
can be
mad,
distant
like
and
saying the
withdrawn.
shit that we as the audience are thinking, like, how's this motherfucker with 0 superpowers,
Yeah.
no suit, no super suit, no fucking nothing. All he's got is like a couple cool arrows, trick arrows and shit, but he's literally got a bow and arrow and he's fucking
Right.
fighting a superpower with everyone else. How is this a thing? And he kind of he didn't break the fourth wall, but he kind of spoke for the fourth wall there.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense. And now we've continued into Hawkeye talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a good show though. But since we're talking about the MCU, fresh off the press, the Shang-Chi's director is confirmed to be returning for a sequel and an undisclosed Disney Plus Marvel series.
Ooh, okay.
Bruh. It
So,
never stops.
no,
never
it never
bro.
stops.
This is gonna go
I
on
love it.
until we're
Yeah.
old men.
And
It's never gonna go away, and I love it.
Our
Yeah,
kids
so-
are going to
so-
be like
yeah.
waiting in line
Yeah,
for the fucking MCU movies.
we're gonna be telling them about watching Endgame in the theater and being like, "Yo, you should have been there. It was wild."
I was
It
actually
wild.
going to ask that
Yeah.
question of what's our top MCU movies, but it's MCU movie top movie. But we can discuss that shit all fucking day. But bar none, you can feel however you feel about that movie. I will always bring it down to the feeling that I had when watching Endgame has been uncomparable. Like I couldn't compare that to any other experience with watching any movie in a theater. It was just, bro, the best for me. So I don't care. I can't wait to see what the MCU brings. I can't wait to see what the future holds. But yeah, so the director's name is Destin Daniel Cretton, and he is confirmed to be coming back for Shang-Chi, the sequel, as well as his Disney Plus show. We don't know what that is.
The 11 rings.
Unspecified. But
bumped it up a ring.
But I guess they're saying that Destin is a powerhouse storyteller with impeccable taste and material. As we continue to expand our roster, Destin's unique voice will help usher in an exciting slate of content for our global audience. So, and as we've all talked about it, I know people who are very critical of the MCU, fans, people who aren't very much into the movies at all. Everyone agreed that Shang-Chi was a dope movie, very unlike anything that they've expected, and it was a great experience, and I can agree with that. So.
I 100% agree with that. I mean, none of us knew. We talk probably every other week at least about how we don't give a shit really about the Marvel movies that we don't know until they make us give a shit about them. And Shang-Chi came out, fucking grabbed us by the throats and was like, "Yo, this is what's up now."
It was one of the movies we made you. We forced you into watching.
You did, and I saw that, dude. And me and Ash, dude, we came out of that movie and we were like, "Yo, that was tight."
Yeah, it was a good.
Like,
good movie.
we were really stoked about that, dude. And I love that dude. Like I follow him on Twitter.
He's funny, man.
Oh, he's funny on Twitter.
Yeah, he's funny,
really,
man.
really
Just
funny.
in general, I saw him on my show, Hot Ones. He was on Hot Ones recently.
Oh yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
he?
and he
Oh,
was
I
on
missed
Hot
that.
Ones
Damn,
like this
I
past
missed
week.
that too.
This past week he was on it, so it was very recent.
Did he hold up? Did he man up?
Oh,
or
my
what
man,
was he?
my man was
He probably
breaking
eats.
down.
Was
no,
he?
he was breaking
I thought
down.
he eats like crazy spicy Asian foods.
No,
and he's like,
he was
"This ain't
breaking
shit."
down. He got to the point where he was just like, like he couldn't even fucking breathe, dude.
Oh shit!
So it was funny. But it was actually pretty cool that he talked about how, and now he joked about it on Twitter too, saying that he would dress up as Spider-Man for kids' parties and stuff like that. So then he ended up joking on Twitter, saying that, there has to be, he's upset that he wasn't involved in the new movie or asked to be in because there has to be a world where, my party Spider-Man exists in this universe.
In the metaverse. I mean, there's room for it for sure. So they can fit it in there somewhere,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That's where they talked about like his past and stuff, and he's actually a very funny dude and
Very funny.
And somebody made a great point because they were highlighting how much of a personality that he has. He's very charismatic, and if you really think about it, somebody brought that point up. The two people that we lost in the MCU that are no longer there that needed a void filled is the very charismatic Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans. Chris Evans was actually a pretty funny person and, very charismatic himself.
Yeah.
And now we get Shang-Chi, who is extremely charismatic and very outspoken, and he says a lot of funny shit and that character. And not only that, but the actor. The actor is very much in tune with all of that shit. Yeah. So he's a great addition to all of it. So
yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on.
Word.
I can't wait to see what the director and what else we see. How do you say his name again?
I thought it was Simu was his first name.
I thought it was Simulu.
Simu.
Yeah.
That's how I've been saying it in my head.
No,
as I read it on
fun.
Twitter.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm proud. I will.
Somebody
butcher
correct
it
us if we're wrong.
Either fucking way. So I guess in other news, in Batman news, let's switch over to DC for a quick minute.
DC.
Danny DeVito
Dark
says that he wants to reunite with Tim Burton to reprise his role as the Penguin. Yeah. I'm all for there being some sort of penguin in there, whatever, just as a callback. But Tim Burton, no.
I feel like
You know what?
we talked about this. He's
I
done
see this happening.
Yeah.
with that, right?
You
I
see,
see
you see
this
it happen.
happening.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know
In
why?
like 5 years.
You know why? Because the DC doesn't give a motherfuck about multiverse shit. They will have
They don't.
all 7 Batman universes on screen at the same time.
I don't think they can comprehend the multiverse. I think that's their problem. They don't understand how that shit works, bro. So they can't,
don't care
can't
about
pull
it
it
being a singular connected multiverse.
Yeah.
They're just like, yo, a multiverse means that every single version of every character we've ever created can exist in every single possibility all at the same time, no matter what. So, and all of it is canon because it's a multiverse. So, whatever, hands in the air,
Sounds like they
make
should
it
be
happen.
writing
I can see it
comic
happening.
books.
I cannot wait to see what this Flashpoint
If there's money
movie
behind
ends up
it,
being.
and you know, obviously, they ignored the Snyderverse, even though there was possibly money
There's
behind that.
possibly money. There's
Still money. There's still money behind
there's
it.
a
I don't know.
$12.50 in
I'm
my
suspect
pocket
about
right
that.
now that says
I'm
otherwise.
suspect about that. I don't know.
No, bro, come on.
I think the hardcore fans are there for it, but they didn't get the general audience to the previous, versions, and they didn't get great critical response to the
Yeah.
previous versions or
At the-
even the Snyder versions.
at
And
the end
so
of the
there's
day-
like there's a lot of Twitter talk. There's a lot of hardcore nerd talk about continuing that Snyder storyline because people are invested in it. And he gave us that post credit scene, but I don't know. I'm not buying that there actually would have made a ton of money if they would have continued on the Snyderverse.
No, see, I
don't
think
follow it.
I think they would have made money, a decent amount of money, but at the end of the day, you would still hear the same story that it's not Marvel. It still wouldn't
Exactly.
hold a candle
So
to the
why
MCU.
invest all
right,
that
exactly,
bread?
exactly. So I think that's why they're not.
Yeah,
They know
yeah.
that what they have, even what they think they have, they can't fuck with the MCU.
Right.
I think they need to stop. I've been saying that. I'm hopeful more.
I'm
for
with
this
you on
Batman.
that. I would love for them to go to the Marvel timeline style, but I think they don't give a fuck. They're just like,
Nah, they just need
fuck,
to.
fuck.
You know what? I
They're
think they
seeing what sticks.
They need to stop.
They don't know what sticks yet.
They need to
they're
stop
trying to
trying
find their
to-
MCU and they haven't found it. And no matter what they do, honestly, I don't think they'll ever find their MCU. They'll never hit
Nah.
that MCU pinnacle where they're like, "We've made it. We're better." Like Pepsi's never going to be better than Coke. Coke's got it, bro. Coke's done. It's got it locked up. MCU's got it locked up.
Some people would agree with you.
I've always been a Marvel fan over DC since before the movies came out. So
Only Batman. Batman is the only thing that I've ever cared about really in DC.
Yeah.
Like there's characters that I like Superman, but was I really ever following Superman?
No, but yeah, it
No,
was
not
just
really.
like Superman's
Batman.
a god. Like he could do almost anything. So it was never. I mean, it was when Man of Steel was first teased. I think I was more excited about it just because it had been how many years? I mean, well,
Since
that
Brandon
bullshit.
Routh.
Yeah, as that bullshit Brandon Routh movie came out. Even though I did see that in IMAX, I'm pretty sure I
Of course
feel
you
like by
did.
myself. But when Man of Steel was when the trailer dropped, I remember being like super hyped for it because I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
"Holy shit!" Like they're gonna make this, and that was also like post Dark Knight. So I was like, "Oh, they're gonna make it like Dark Knight."
Chris
like,
Nolan was attached.
yeah, and he was attached to it. And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be like a grounded version." And that gave me and I think Iron Man had already come out by then, and probably Incredible Hulk and probably even Iron Man 2. And those were like fantastical comic book movies, and they made it seem like, oh, if this is gonna be similar to Dark Knight, it's like these grounded, real movies that just happen to have super characters. And even though I love Man of Steel still, it never really attached. I love it as a DC flick, but I don't know. It's not like
I thought it was one of the better.
it's
Superman
one of the better
movies,
DCs. Yeah, for sure, 100%. But it's not
Superman
like
movies in general. Like I thought
amazing.
it was one of the better Superman movies.
Yeah, that too.
Because I always like when they take that realistic view and they try to explain how this could happen in a real situation. And I thought that they did pretty well with that. But yeah, whatever. We're not. Well, I don't think we're gonna get something like that. And they need to stop fucking trying to make these universes. Right. But either way, Danny DeVito came out and said that that playing the Penguin in Batman Returns was one of the highlights of his career. And he is quoted saying, "I feel like it's not out of the question that the Penguin will return someday, but this is all up to Tim. Whether or not Tim wants to do this, I would say that could be in the cards because we ain't dead yet." And he laughs. "We could do a continuation of what we had in the past because that was truly a brilliant movie. They afforded me the opportunity, and I feel very grateful, and I would like to revisit it. Why not? It was really a great moment in time for me."
They brought the Penguin back. It's Colin Farrell. Yeah. It's time to move on, Danny DeVito. I'm sorry.
Nowadays, we are getting, I think really what it came down to is the fact that Michael Keaton is coming back. You know?
So if they're going to work in some sort of if they're going to take
I don't see
Spider-Man, like No Way Home, if they're going to do some fucking crazy metaverse.
DC can't do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can't. So that's what he's hoping for, but DC can't even do their normal movies, let alone copy what Marvel is in the process of doing. So that's wishful thinking. Sure, I'll watch a Penguin movie if it were to come. But it seems superfluous at this point. It's not.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's not in the card. It'd be nice to think about.
Him. It'd be nice to see him.
Love Danny DeVito. Great guy. Awesome guy.
Michelle Pfeiffer, she solidified her.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Fuck yeah, Michelle.
She solidified her spot in the MCU.
She sure did.
Like a smart person. But I don't know. As much as I would like to see, I would welcome seeing him as a cameo. Maybe if something happens with the whole Michael Keaton storyline, he visits him in Arkham.
He'd have to be in the Flash, right?
He visits him. I don't even think that whatever comes after that. If he visits him in Arkham and there's a small plot line and we see him come back as the Penguin in a very small role like that, I'd welcome it.
Danny
it's a movie though.
Danny sees what's going on right now, and he's like, I need to get in on something.
Oh yeah, I need some money.
I know for sure. And I don't even think he needs money, bro. I'm sure he's got money. He's comfortable. He produces. It's Always Sunny.
Is getting close to ending.
It is. It is. He's like, I need to fill something out.
It's like these damn kids I got sucking all the fucking money out of my fund.
They got Alfred Molina reprising his role. Why the fuck can't I do that?
Right.
True that.
Fuck.
Nah, I'd like to see him as a small cameo, but nothing past that.
No. I don't want to. I certainly don't want to see another fucking Burton Batman movie. That is not what we need right now.
We don't. No.
But if the second one was fire, maybe. But I can't even fuck with that anymore.
I enjoyed the second one.
I know you know that's your favorite. You love the second one. And I do not. I do not feel the same way about the second one.
Everything past that is trash though.
Until the Dark Knight, until the Nolan Batman.
Of course. That goes without saying.
But I said
it. All right, so I guess Netflix is real ambitious right now. But they want to come out with a live-action Mega Man movie.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Who the fuck pays attention to... I mean, I played Mega Man on Sega Genesis in 1996.
Nintendo?
Capcom confirmed that the Blue Bomber himself would be coming to fans in the form of a live-action movie.
Live-action Mega Man.
Mega Man wasn't Nintendo, right? Wasn't it Sega?
Sega, yeah.
It was Sega.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
But it's created by Capcom. So Capcom is definitely...
What other movies have they done?
Capcom?
Yeah.
They made Street Fighter, I think.
Oh, my God, yeah. Great track record.
Capcom is Street Fighter. So
the Resident Evil movies?
They produced nothing but fire. I think they also produced Citizen Kane. That was Capcom as well.
Really?
No, they did not produce Citizen Kane. I was being a dick.
I'm like, what?
They did
Casablanca. These were all, any classic movies you can think of.
Any of the good Resident Evils.
No.
He said not any other good ones. Yeah, all the Street Fighters, all of the Resident Evils, or no.
All the
not
Mila
all of them.
Jovoviches.
Oh, they did It. How did
Capcom?
they get It? Yeah.
Capcom did it.
Oh, nice.
Like the.
I mean, on IMDb, they're listed as Capcom Entertainment as a producer on It.
Like the Bill Skarsgård it,
Yeah.
not the old school.
Yeah,
it.
no, not the old school, the Bill Skarsgård one.
No, yeah. The newer joints.
The
I
Street
like those.
Fighter, the Resident
Those
Evil.
are fire. Yeah.
Dead Rising? No, that's a
Ooh,
game.
that's another.
That's a
yeah,
game.
another
Yeah, that was a
zombie,
game.
There's
zombie
no-
type
there's
game.
no-
That'd be
movie out of
a
that
night.
yet.
That would be a fun TV series, I think.
It'd be a good Hulu series, I think.
Yeah, something, yeah. I mean, it would just be fun. It would be fun because it'd be funny. You know,
Right.
it'd make fun of itself,
Right.
kind of thing.
Absolutely. I would be into it.
Dead Rising, if you're not familiar with that, it was a video game series where you are trapped in a mall. Everything went to hell. You were trapped in a mall, and now you have to make your way from one point or another for whatever fucking storyline they came up with. And you had free reign on using anything to fight your way through the zombies. So you could smack them in the face with pies,
It's kind of like Dawn of the
hit
Dead.
them with shovels,
the
like
new
all kind
Zack
of shit.
Snyder Dawn
But you're
of the
trying to move from one end of the mall to another for whatever fucking reason. And it was a lot of fun just trying to think of new things that you could pick up and smack a
Dead.
zombie
It was.
with.
Yeah, no, that was a fun game.
Yeah.
Dead Rising games were fun as hell.
So that would be, I think that would be a fun series. But as far as getting back onto Mega Man,
Mega Man.
I don't see that being promising.
I mean, it's just been so long since there's like, how many kids
They
know
can make it
Mega
dope,
Man?
I
Like
think.
people our age, we know Mega Man. Like, or at least we're aware of Mega Man. But like these younger kids, they don't know what the fuck Mega Man is. Like, is that their intent? Like, they're gonna rebrand it to draw in this younger audience that doesn't know what Mega Man is, and like start a new Mega Man franchise? Because I mean, that's genius. If that works, good for them. But like, if you're trying to pull in people with
if you were trying to bring children in, you would think it's an animated
Right.
movie.
also, yeah,
show.
another good point.
But this is
good point.
live action, and
Right.
it's the live action part of it that makes me feel like this is probably going to be trash.
Right.
Every time that I hear,
Live action can be a gift and a curse. You
Well,
know?
every
I'm
time that
expecting
I
it to be
hear
a direct to
that-
streaming. It's going to go on Hulu. No.
no, this is Netflix that's coming
Netflix.
out with it.
Oh, it's even.
So yes,
Yeah, it's.
Netflix has some decent
come
stuff
on.
coming out.
yeah,
But a Mega
but
Man,
they also
no.
have some just
Like something
nonsense.
that
Yeah,
looked like something that would be what you expect Mega Man to look like. That's been fire. I mean, apparently the whole world has gone ablaze for Red Notice, but
right.
And-
outside of that,
I'm glad that you bring that up because what is the Rotten Tomato score for that? Rotten
don't know.
Tomato score is 36% for Red Dead.
36%.
holy shit!
But it is their
What's the
highest,
audience score?
It is their highest movie. Let's see what their audience score is.
92%.
What?
What a discrepancy. Do we have
Yeah.
any other movies
I
that
did
have
enjoy it.
that big of a discrepancy
I
between the
did
gotta be.
enjoy Red Notice. I did enjoy it, but it was like
No, I enjoyed it too.
Yeah,
But I don't think
I didn't think that it deserved 36.
I think it should be
I
a
didn't think
50
It,
right
I don't
down
think
the
that
middle.
it deserves the 92 either.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm
that's wild.
shocked. That's I'm
All
telling
right,
you, it's fucking
movies
Well-
with the greatest Rotten Tomatoes critic and audience ratings.
got?
We're looking for audience rated higher than critics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, I'm actually surprised at these. Aladdin, the remake,
Yeah.
Oh, the live
the
action.
recent one, yeah, the live action. Lion King, the remake.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Where okay.
Where
This is
the critics, where the people are higher than the critics.
Okay,
right?
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, Lion.
So this is
Does it have the
nostalgia.
actual number in
Nostalgia is what drives a lot of these, but there's no nostalgia for Red Notice.
No, there isn't. No, you're right. All of these. Let's see: Justice League, a pretty big difference there. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men's Tale, no. Yeah, pretty big difference. But I'm trying to find something here that's not really nostalgic. I mean, all of these movies are, Terminator, Justice League, Pirates of the Caribbean, Passengers, Suicide Squad, Star Wars, Lion King, Aladdin, Transformers. But wait, hold on. Suicide Squad and Transformers are and also Terminator Genesis, how terribly high the audience rated it for being bad.
I like Terminator Genesis.
Terminator Genesis.
And that literally was because of my nostalgia for the Terminator franchise.
I even like Salvation was good to
honestly,
me.
I fuck with all the Terminator movies. As shitty as some of them were, like I'm all about them. I'm there
Salvation was dope to me.
Even Terminator 3. I'm embarrassed to say it, but I love Terminator 3.
Which one was 3?
With the hot, sexy Terminator chick.
Oh. They're just
This one's
guilty
not
pleasures.
bad.
They are.
I've never heard of this movie. American Outlaws?
No.
Who's in it?
From
What's it about?
2001. Colin Farrell.
Is it a Western?
It looks like it based on the typography and the poster. It had a 14% tomato meter with 103 reviews, but it had a 67% audience score with over 25,000 ratings.
American
Scott Caan.
Outlaws.
American
Oh,
Outlaws.
he was Jesse
Never-
James. Colin Farrell was Jesse James in that movie,
wow.
right? Like
Ah,
he was.
I've
It was
never
like
seen
it was a
that.
history.
Yeah,
it was a
yeah,
historical piece, if I remember correctly. Because I was a big Colin Farrell fan. Like when SWAT came out,
Yeah.
I was
I'm not
all about.
watching
I was
that.
all about the Colin Farrell.
I'm not watching this.
I'm pretty sure I watched that.
I probably have. I like to throw out there that Yellow Jackets season 1 is 100%.
100% on
Yeah.
RT?
But
Wow.
audience score is 76, which is still good, but it's not 100%.
No, yeah.
39 critic ratings compared to 78 audience.
I keep
score.
hearing about it, and I'm seeing tons
It's
of
good.
ads for it when I'm in Manhattan, but
It's good. It's good.
I have to find time for it.
Yeah,
I still have not started
nothing
the
crazy.
3rd season of Narcos Mexico.
It's good, but it's like it's definitely one where you'll probably wait till this all completes and then you'll catch up. One
And then
day.
I just started freaking The Shrink Next Door, which is
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Good,
good.
Yeah.
It's
good. I think I want to watch.
I'm
that.
as a matter of
it's a
fact, you
good
just
short
reminded me, I gotta-
episode show. They're only like 35 minutes each.
Nice.
Paul Rudd is fucking amazing on this show.
They're great.
It's crazy because it's Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd, Catherine Hahn.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know the cast.
And I'm just saying that you would think that this is like a laugh out loud funny
Right.
serious.
show, but it has a serious tone,
I'm even
serious
more
undertone,
interested
or
now.
serious tone, comedic undertone, to where it's just like not in your face funny, but just these situations are like, yo, what the fuck?
That's where they're not holding your hand through the comedy. Like this is where you fucking laugh.
Exactly.
I like that.
And it's just, it makes you feel uncomfortable and sometimes like
I like that
it's
too.
just really good. It's really good.
I like that. Too.
I have to catch up on that because our TV in the bedroom went to shit, and that we would watch movies there, and that's where we were catching up on that show. So I got to catch up. I missed a few episodes. Which by the way, have you caught up on Dexter, Johnny?
Caught up? No, I've seen the
But
first
you've seen a
2
couple
episodes
episodes.
of the newest season.
I haven't seen the latest episode.
I didn't.
I have to
I
watch.
was looking to you for the latest.
I'm
Usually
hoping.
You tell me
I'm
when
hoping
the latest.
today.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, I'm hoping tonight we get to watch it. This weekend.
I
was
will be watching it tonight.
wild.
Oh, I know.
This
You
is-
know
yeah,
what?
you had
That's a
a
good
weekend.
call. I'll probably watch at least an episode tonight.
Right. And also, I have to wait for my girl to be free.
Depending on how
in order to
early we
watch
get
it.
this
That's why.
fucking recording done.
All right, so the last piece of news that I have is that HBO reportedly spent over $30 million on a Game of Thrones spin-off pilot, that it's never going to see the day of light.
That's chump change to
What?
them. That's nothing
The
to
light
them.
of day. Sorry,
30 mil?
30 mil
They don't care.
for this
I
Game
mean,
of Thrones spit on.
They
I
ate it like
care.
a boss. Who else can eat 30 million like a boss?
I care. Like,
If
exactly.
HBO didn't put out. I mean, HBO put out what they put out for the last of Game of Thrones. If they saw this and they're like, no, we can't put this out, it must have been fucking brutally bad, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
And we're still getting the.
I'm just
the
like
House
30
Targaryen
mil,
one,
bro.
right?
Yeah, no, I mean 30 mil, that's a lot to us. We're normal common folk. Like, you know, we were raised responsibly. But for a corporation like this, they don't give a fuck about that. That's nothing.
You're
That's a loss. That's a bad day, a bad Thursday that they had. They'll be okay. But yeah, I mean, it must have been a shit show, bro. If they're
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
we can't put this product out there, knowing what they have put out there. Like,
And we're still, like I said, we're still getting the House of the Dragon, which is.
So now I'm even more nervous. Like,
I
it's
know.
like this other show was good enough that they put it out, but House of
Right.
Dragon is like, it'll make the cut. I don't know. After what you said last week about George R.R. Martin fucking complaining about the
How
Game
they
of
took-
Thrones actual show, it got me like. And I know that
Yeah.
AT&T is still running the game at HBO, and
I'll still wait.
them.
I'll wait until, because even with this one, I'm not excited. I'm not waiting for the day that this drops. House of the Dragon.
no, it's not like
if it's-
Westworld. Like, oh
No,
shit,
if it's-
bro,
if it's-
Westworld's on tonight. Got to peep it. Like,
If it's dope and I hear about it and I keep hearing good things, I'll check it out.
the first episode, I'll be there for.
Yeah,
Like when that
or-
shit,
or
like,
even
oh,
that.
tonight at
Maybe.
10, I'll
Probably.
fucking like.
I'm not even sure.
10:05, I'll start streaming it on HBO, and then like I'll give it a shot.
I won't
and then
be on
after
it like that.
No,
Nah,
I will.
I don't think so.
I will. I'll check it out. I'll
I'll
peep
be
it
on it the
hard
next
when
day.
it comes out.
I'll probably, who knows? I might.
Yeah,
I
you'll
might
get
not.
to it when you get to
I don't even
it.
know. Yeah, I think unless I hear some good shit.
You know what's
I
wild
may
is
not- I may not do
when I remember when the season was ending of Game of Thrones, like in live, real life. And I remember, there were already rumors about they had already struck deals and there was going to be spinoffs coming out and they were going to dive deeper. And I was at the time like, but they can't do that shit now. They got to wait, because then it'll be compared too much and it'll be too close. No, they gotta, do it years from now. You know what I mean? Push it off. And now I'm like, I'm not like, I've been so removed from the GOT life and so many other shows have taken its place that I'm like, not even excited. Like I kind of don't even give a fuck to watch it.
I really
I'm more
don't.
excited
I really don't.
and more
That's where I'm
interested
at.
in watching this
C.
Wheel of Time
I'm
on
more
Amazon.
excited for more C.
Oh,
bring
next
bring
season
back
is gonna
more
be
C.
crazy.
Like I'm all about that. Like C has replaced my
Yeah.
Game of Thrones like itch. That sort of like I don't know, past
Even
feudalistic.
though I could still never get over that. We come together.
Oh my god, I hate that bitch.
Yo. Ash makes fun of that chick.
I
She
do
does
that.
that. She does that voice every week, and I tell her every time we watch an episode, I was like, "You have one line that you can repeat, and that's your one line that you get to repeat as the queen, and then you're done for the night because I don't want to hear it." And then randomly throughout the week, I'll say shit like the queen, and like my inflection will go up really high and then really low, like Jiminy Glick. But yeah, no, we can't stand her. But like that chick is great, dude. Like whoever that actress is, she's like, I think she's Dutch. I think she's from the Netherlands. Like I had to look it up to see where she was from because like she would speak good English, but like you know how I am with accents, I have to know.
Yeah.
I have to know where they're from, where it's coming from. Because even her sister, what's her face? I can't remember what her name is in the show, but like the other. Well, spoiler alert.
Oh,
Queen.
Magra.
Yeah. Magra, yes, thank you. Like Magra, her inflection would go up in the same way.
That's true, yeah.
Every once in a while. So like I didn't know if it was something that they had planned, if it was a set dialogue, but like that accent, dude, really drives me wild.
She's Icelandic.
Yeah, okay.
Magra.
Oh, Icelandic. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And the other chick, is she Dutch? I thought
Yeah,
that
she's
she's
Dutch.
Netherlands. Yeah. And they still, so they must be planning it. They're like, okay, this is how we're going to talk very annoyingly. And it works because they do it. And I fucking can't stand it. But at the
Either
same
way, I
show,
will
like,
fuck my nephew.
yes. And jerk him off. And jerk him off. And jerk him off. He has been jerked off now. Yes. That's.
I will make sure that he comes inside of me.
At the same time, you're
give
smashing
me
that
kids
chick,
of
bro.
sight.
You're smashing her 100% of the time, so it doesn't matter.
I think me and my girl had that conversation. It's just like, yo, how much, like, how annoying does that have to be? Oh yes,
oh yes.
oh yes, hit that harder.
I'd rather have that than a
Bring it
bitch
in.
still just laying there, not saying
yeah,
nothing.
1000%. I'd rather have the chick from Friends or
Yeah.
Fran Drescher.
Yeah,
oh,
Fran
yeah.
Drescher, yeah.
That loud. I'd rather have that than somebody's not fucking
Just laying there.
Yeah, just
looking
laying
like
there,
Mr. Bean.
just looking at me. It's like
Nothing.
Oh
I
my
wonder
God,
what-
Mr. Bean.
Mr.
Just
Bean.
like-
I wonder what I can write off on my taxes this year.
Yeah, they're elsewhere, bro. They're elsewhere.
I was thinking about my taxes, thinking about that one thing that I missed.
My deductions.
My deductions.
My deduction for this year.
I was thinking about my deductions for this year.
All right, you gotta stop now. That's run its course.
Oh man. Do you guys have anything that you're fucking with?
What am I
all?
fucking with?
You don't have to. Don't. You don't have to force it. I'm just asking.
I mean, I already kind of said mine. I'm fucking with the shrink next door right now.
Okay,
yeah, no,
Shrink
I
Next Door
still
is good.
been working my way through those Wired Eric Singer accent videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's still been it.
One show that randomly YouTube show that I'm fucking with is called Good Mythical Morning.
Oh, I fuck with those dudes.
Yeah, I fuck with
those guys, yeah.
No, those guys
Yeah.
are hilarious, bro. I watch those guys all the. I've been watching they randomly popped up in my Facebook algorithm before I left Facebook.
Yeah.
And I was hooked, dude.
Yeah,
like
same.
Rhett and Link, dude. Like those guys are really fun. They do all kinds of crazy shit. Like like they compare. I just watched something where they compared old Taco Bell,
Yeah, exactly.
to new Taco Bell, and like that's
They do all kind of
I'm all
wild
about
shit,
that.
and it's so
and those
fucking
guys are
random.
they're so fun. They've been homies since they were like young. Like they both came from the South. Like
I started watching it
Okay.
because I felt like
Good Mythical Morning is funny.
Yeah. I started watching it recently because I felt like, yo, that's not obviously they make money off of this because
They
their
make a
sets are
lot of
fucking
money
bank.
off of that. Yeah.
But I was like, yo, that's not like too far off of some shit that we would probably do or similar to what we do.
Word.
We're just having fun.
Yeah, they have so much fun, bro. Like I'm so jealous when I
Lincoln
watch
Rat.
those guys. Like they have so much fun doing whatever, and like that's their job.
I
Like,
didn't
they
even
get up
realize
and they-
how big they were until they had like an
So big.
obscure
They got
actor.
like almost 20 million subscribers.
Oh,
Well,
100%.
yeah. But it's still, I just came across it randomly, and I saw an episode probably because I watched Hot Ones.
Mm-hmm.
Came across an episode, clicked it, saw it, didn't even look into them, and I'm just like, oh, all right. Like, and yeah, now whenever I'm
They-
bored, if I'm on YouTube,
They do
that's what I'm
they
doing.
have an actual podcast.
They do.
that
I
the
tried that.
Ear
That's
Biscuits.
not- yeah,
I never actually listened to that.
I
always
tried it.
watched
That's
their
more-
YouTube content, but
I tried it. That's more of them just their banter,
like we're doing
back and
right
forth.
now.
Kind of, but they're talking.
I don't really fuck with that.
No. Because I fuck with a lot of different type of podcasts, but like
Yeah.
their banter, there's no rhyme or reason to it. They're
I've
just
never
trying to be
listened to
funny
it.
as they're explaining literally like the subject, maybe for like a half an hour.
Yeah.
They're talking about like a specific event, and they're like we went camping this time, and they're drawing out like this story. So it was
Yeah.
just like,
That
I'm not
doesn't
feeling that,
sound- no.
but I still fuck with their show.
Their YouTube shit is,
Yeah.
is
Their
really,
YouTube
really
shit is
funny,
good.
bro. Really funny.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing
good.
that up. Actually, that makes me happy that you enjoy that.
I do enjoy that. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
I like it.
All right. So if we don't have anything else,
Mm.
no. All right.
On that note,
You know what that means, guys.
Yeah, I know what it is.
That means thank you for making it all the way to the end of this episode. We appreciate you. And if you made it this far and you're this much of a fan, remember to share us with friends and family who you feel would enjoy this show. Have them subscribe to our podcast on their favorite podcast app. And if you happen to listen on Apple Podcasts, please remember to rate and review our podcast because that's going to help us grow. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit that like button. Have your friends and family subscribe on there as well. And remember that if you like really, really nerdy shit, and we're really not scratching that itch for you.
Not nerdy
right?
enough.
We're not nerdy enough. Search DFAT
guys are too
Entertainment
funny.
on your favorite podcast app, and you'll get your nerd fill with DFAT Entertainment. All right, but yeah, if we have nothing else,
No.
peace. We love you guys. Thank you.
Peace. Thank you, guys.
NYC, FC, NYC,
NYCFC. Rochester Rhinos.
No.